Good?
Let's do the damn thing.
Listos?
Yeah.
Good? Nervous? No? I have so many questions for you.
I'm like, no, I mean, I do talk shit on the daily, so.
Yeah, no, dude, it's not like she's going to be holding back. She's already wilding out on her gram.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you notice how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we work.
Welcome back, Barbershop Confidential, the podcast. Your boy Jonah. It's your boy. We got Gabriel con Chile, returning guest.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And our friend Vivi here.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, Vivi?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
I like the hair.
Thanks.
The hot girl summer or what? Girls with red hair, that's like the whole phase.
It's like, yeah, for real, it is a whole vibe. I'm not going to lie. It's like bad bitch activated.
Yeah.
You were telling me a story about your hair and a comment a guy was making.
Oh, what'd he say?
Which one?
Oh,
Damn.
that many dudes?
Which one?
In the DM?
You were telling me that about the guy that was complimenting your hair, that color, and you're like, oh.
Well, there's a lot of guys that say, I like your hair color. And I'm just like, what, you want me to dye your hair red too? Like, why?
Those must be the unattractive ones.
And, well, yes and no. It's like, okay, like, yeah, it's red.
Like no social cues,
But people do say if girls have red hair, they're going through some shit.
Yeah, some whole shit. That's why it says a whole phase.
And I was like, I guess. That's true.
Gabriel con Chile usually brings like premium beer, but today...
No.
Albanese status.
I cheated a little bit. Not really. So Tecate is technically still local. I always bring local San Diego beers. Tecate is within like an hour drive of your studio, right?
Yeah, technically.
Technically, it's still local.
Is that really where it's from?
Yeah.
I thought they just named it that.
Nunca has ido a la cervecería? There's a whole beer tour at the Tecate factory.
You speak Spanish, baby? Okay, cool.
All right.
So
we're doing Tecate today because this is what I had in my fridge at the house, and I didn't have time to make another stop.
Water.
Salud.
Salud. I heard you can't cheers with water.
You know what? Fuck that, bro.
Never heard of that.
No?
I have heard that.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
But I don't believe in it.
Yeah, I mean, cheers is cheers, right?
Yep.
Not everybody
toast
drinks.
in life.
Yeah, toast to life. Yeah. To the good old. Are you the same age as Gabriel? No, younger.
She's younger than both of us.
Okay.
She was at Chile after we left.
Oh damn. Are you more like Joel's age? Is that my compadre? Okay, that's what's up.
A year older.
Oh, okay. All right. So like his brother, maybe? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's up. Good shit.
Yeah.
Mutuals. It's crazy, huh?
I tell people
small
all the
world.
time, San Diego is the biggest small town in the world.
Yeah. What's your shirt say? Fuck what?
Oh yeah. I love this.
Fuck the police?
Yeah, this is. Let's put it on the camera. Hold on. Yeah, it's one of the Flanders kids.
Yeah.
I saw this shit on
It would have been better if it said like fuck religion.
Well, I mean, fuck the police. I can't get my voice to do what his voice does.
Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. It's been in the works.
Thank you for having us. But yeah. Just been
either I have a late night nail appointment or something comes up and you guys.
I don't know. It got canceled on 3 times.
Oh, then that was his fault. Then. Oh, the truth like manages his way
3
out.
3 times, please.
Felt like it.
Typical woman exaggerating.
It might have been 2, but I'm not gonna go back and give you guys the dates.
Yeah, thank you. He went right into like this red pill thing. Typical woman.
Ay, por favor.
Métete a la cocina. Where you belong.
Exaggerating. like a true feminist ally.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah.
Pandering to the female audience. I get it. I see what you're doing.
He was messaging me during an episode I did with, I think it was the last one. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you." I was like, "What?" I'm just,
yeah, dude.
I'm being friendly, you know.
Stay away.
So I asked Gabriel, if he would hit you up because you have the funniest neighbor ever. And I was like, yo, ask her, she'll talk about her neighbor. And then I guess you have a neighbor too, right?
So, all right, yeah. So, I mean, Vivi, the OG, Vivi's the OG shit talking about her neighbor because she created a whole TikTok that, how many views do you have on TikTok?
You have a lot of followers?
10.9 thousand.
But de la nada, like your shit, you start just uploading the fucking videos of your nutty ass neighbor. Yes. And then it blew up on TikTok.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I was doing it more of like to keep a timeline of stuff. And I didn't really think like...
Without having to save all the other videos?
Exactly. You know, with dates and everything. That's how it started. But then some people are very sensitive on TikTok. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take it to Instagram. Because the TikTok community is just, I'm going to report you.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I thought they would have been there for it. Like, yes, they love the chisme.
Love it. You know, most of the people love it. But then there's that small Karen community.
That they relate to their...
That they're like, oh, hell no.
Karens unite.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's been a few people that I've said, you're wrong because you're recording her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I didn't record this, you guys wouldn't fucking believe the shit that she's been doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. And you know, my favorite part of it is like the audacity. She has to talk about like your looks.
Oh.
Like if we don't see what she looks like.
Yes.
You know, that's never bothered me, honestly. Like,
no, to me, I'm just like,
it's funny. Like she's called me albóndigas con pata. And I'm just like.
Hey, that was a pretty fire ass fucking.
And I was like, I thought about it and I was like, okay.
The only way she knows that is somebody call her that for sure.
You know, when she also points out my age, oh, you're a cuarentona. And I'm like, wait, how old do you fucking think that you are? Because she's older, know. Right? Yes.
Wait, she looks
I think she probably measures it by their kids because your kids are probably the same age.
Have you seen that woman's face? She looks like a Halloween jack-o'-lantern that got left out a couple weeks. You know what I'm talking about? Like her
in the sun?
Yes, dude, all arrugada, like all melted.
She looks like the little emoji with the horns. You know, it looks like it's red and it's like...
Oh, yeah. It's like a mask or some shit. Yeah. The Japanese kabuki mask.
Her daughter's like in her 20s.
That girl in the picture, in the video, there's no way. Mm-hmm. She looks like she's 13.
Bro.
She's in her... My daughter's 13 and looks older. She's taller than me and everything.
That girl in those videos is 20?
She has to be in her 20s.
She's not in high school.
She's not in high school.
I thought it was a little girl, bro.
No, she has not been in high school for years.
She dresses like that. She's like all with the hoodie and like...
I was like, dude, what you doing in front of your little daughter?
You know, she reminds me of Gypsy Rose.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Which one, the mom or the daughter?
The daughter.
Oh, because she looks younger than what she really is?
Dumb as fuck.
Is that a reality TV reference? Because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I feel comfortable talking shit now that I know she's an adult.
She's an adult. Yeah, no.
Not a minor.
No.
Not a minor.
All right, you're good.
And that girl never leaves without her mom. She leaves with her mom.
Maybe she on the spectrum?
Comes back with her mom.
Possibly, man. She kind of gives me the vibes.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it.
She says she's dumb as fuck too. So.
Like, let's just put it this way.
Jonah's joking.
Let's just put it this way. If somebody spoke to my mother the way I've spoken to her, I'm sorry. Yeah. My hands will be all over the place. Yeah. Because you're not going to sit there and disrespect my mom like that. Because my mom's older too. My mom was living there too. My mom's 64. And that lady and
put your mom on blast.
She's kind of young.
Well, they got into it. My mom does not look her age at all. They got into it. And then I got into it with her.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
I'm like, you don't sit here and talk to my mom. You have something to say. 100%. You come say it to me because you're barking at the wrong person. Yeah. Because I will do something about it.
Were you expecting the daughter to be like, well, if you're going to talk to my mom like that, then I'm going to step in or something?
The funny thing is that the last time her mom got close to me, all she did was stood there and kind of like held her mom back. Like her mom was going to do something. And I'm like, is she really thinking that she's about to fight me? Because it's not going to end up well for her. I mean, let's just be honest. Yeah. I'm 38. She has to be somewhere in her like mid-50s.
She shouldn't be calling you cuarentona then. You know?
I really don't care.
I mean, I know you don't, but like,
because
this girl's like wrong everywhere.
She's talked about her accomplishments.
It's weird, dude.
When I was your age, I bought my own home, and I'm like sitting here like, bitch.
Of course, homes
were more affordable back then. I had a home. I purchased my first home.
Okay, boomer.
So I'm sitting here like, you're talking about that when you were cuarentona, you had your own place. That's your accomplishment. By all means, congratulations. That's your accomplishment.
Who asked?
But at the same time,
who the fuck asked you?
Cares? Like, why do you think I care about your life?
It's like the people that have nothing, so they'd be like, "I'll make more money than you," and it's like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
you win. Mm-hmm. Has that beef been going on before you moved in there?
2019.
Also, no.
How did it all start? Well, because I think you started uploading shit. Ya que todo estaba empezado.
Over
like
2 years. After 2 years.
Yeah, everything, it was already in motion. So and then I first became aware when you started uploading to your stories and shit. And I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I thought it was brand new beef, but apparently it's been percolating and boiling because all the videos you had, like she's already at like level 9, 10. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, oh, what the fuck's going on?
I remember the first time I saw it, I thought you were just recording like a package being dropped. So I skipped to the next story. And that part was good. I was like, wait, what did I miss? Let me go back. The chismoso, I was like, back.
I think that's how it happens. Like you see a good video and you're like, wait a minute.
We're like, what
and
the
you start
fuck?
backtracking and you're like, oh, this is making
like,
sense.
Oh, I need to see
I saw it on your story.
I got to see the prequel.
Yes.
And then it popped up on my TikTok. I was like, holy shit, dude, there's more to this? I thought it was like a one-time like Karen moment she had, but no, she was going in.
So it all started over.
Did you fuck her dude or something? Like,
yes, I know. That's what I told her too.
How can somebody have so much hate for you?
Yeah, dude, that's what I was telling. I told her that too. I was like, dude, she acted like you fuck her man.
Or like
bro.
her man left and was like, just like, like, you know what I mean? Like, and now she's like, oh, this bitch.
Porque te trae un rincor.
Okay.
Like, fuck.
I've only seen flowers. I've seen flowers at her door one time.
She sent them to herself.
And this was like in 2018.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. 2018.
That shit
there
for
were
sure
some
dried
flowers
up.
in her door and that was it. My mom said, I think this bitch is dating some drug addict and he leaves his bike parked right outside. And I'm just like, I don't know, Mom. She's like, I don't know if that's her boyfriend or her brother. I don't know, Mom.
Could be both.
So after that,
ding.
After that, we didn't see the bike anymore or a man come over anymore. And all of a sudden there was flowers there, but no man ever came back since 2018 at all. So like we were either Thanksgiving or Christmas. I can't remember. It could be one or the other.
Like 2018?
Of 2019.
Right before COVID.
Fuck.
Yeah. So our doors open a little bit because it got hot, right? You could a little crack, and I can see what's going on, you know. And all of a sudden, I see her get home, and she grabs this trash that was on the floor and kicks it to our doormat, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Did I just
like you saw in person?"
Yes. So I'm like, "Did that just really happen?"
Through the crack in your door, you saw her kick trash to your side.
Like she went, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So then she goes in her apartment. I open the door, and I'm like, "This fucking bitch!" Like she thinks it's our trash, right?
That you put it on
that I put it on hers, exactly. And so it all started with that because then I was like, no, fuck you. So then I grabbed it and it was a wrapper. You know the coffee bean, not coffee bean, when you go and buy coffee and you take off the lid?
Yeah. Oh, the little aluminum thing?
Yes. It was one of those.
Okay.
It was one of those.
She like kicked it?
Yeah. So then I didn't even kick it to her side. I just kicked it over to where the rocks are.
Yeah. Under the stairs.
So then she grabbed it again and this time placed it under my mat. Where you under, so you can see some of it sticking out.
So it won't fly away.
Yes.
You want to make sure you see that.
Exactly. So then,
dude.
Yes. So that's how it started. So then I said, I'm gonna leave her a note.
I mean, that's diplomatic.
I left her a note and I said, can you please not put trash on our side? Like I've seen you do it.
Very diplomatical.
Please don't do that. I always want to start nice before I get mean.
I like that word.
It doesn't exist.
I know, but I
made it up.
I like it though. I'm gonna start using it.
I just ignore it and I continue, right?
Yeah.
So it started with that and I said, I left her a note, please don't do that. She left me a note that said, I've seen you and your children put trash in our door. And I'm like,
okay. Oh, no. She got beef from before then.
So then I said, wait a minute. How does she claim that she saw me and my kids when I'm always telling my kids, pick up your trash, right?
Yeah. You're a good mom.
Very good mom. Ask my kids. Ask my children. So She didn't have a peephole. She didn't have a peephole back then. So I'm like, how the fuck did she see us? Like, where are these lights coming from? And she has windows at the top, but she has them covered with paper. So you can't look in.
What kind of Jeffrey Dahmer shit she doing in there?
I don't know. Ours are frosted. Like normal people. Or, you know, those little vinyl covers that you put on? That's what we have. So you can't look in. So I was like, okay, this bitch is crazy. Then after that, because the trash situation wasn't enough, she started parking her car closer to our car.
Oh, your parking spot and her parking spot are right next to each other in the complex.
Mm-hmm.
Is it under the canopy?
Yes.
Oh.
And so she like passive aggressively just started like pegándose todo lo que podía.
All the way to the line.
Oh, I have a neighbor that does that to me.
All the way to the line.
That shit annoys the shit out of me. Even though nobody ever comes out of my passenger side.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Give me some space.
So that when I get in, I'm not struggling.
And I got the beams too on the other side.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta like really like wiggle in because he gets like almost on the line.
That's like some dick shit.
Yeah.
To be honest.
No,
like,
it is.
Like, you know what you're doing.
So then I get on the line. So now you can't get in.
I like it. So then the parking started, and I left her another note saying, please don't do that. You know, please park right normal. And then, you know, like, there was like some other stuff. And I have pictures of the notes that she sent me, like, that's stuck on my door, right? Talking about, because I said, please don't make me like move forward with like some sort of attorney or something. I don't know. Fucking,
she's
please, you know, like
she told you.
No, I said that.
You told on the note.
Yeah, like I
so
forgot.
Y'all just writing to each other.
Well, she never opens the door.
Yeah. Just
you've knocked? Like
I've banged the fuck out of her door, and she's never opened the door.
Yeah, I've seen you banging, but that was like later on once it escalated.
Yeah, this was like recent.
This is in the beginning though.
This is the beginning.
Yeah, this is early on.
The beginning were notes, right? So then all of a sudden I start
diplomatical.
Getting right, diplomatical. So all of a sudden,
that's the name of the episode.
So all of a sudden I'm being attacked now by HOA.
Oh shit!
Because now she's sending complaints to HOA about me.
Oh shit.
It was nonsense to the point where the first ones really irritated me. And after that, I was just like, keep them coming. Like, it doesn't matter at this point because you can say whatever you want and they're going to believe you. The first one was that my mom was not picking up the dog poop from her dog. Okay, my mom's never home. She works at a groomer's. And her dog's always gone with her.
So, okay.
Okay, number one. Number two, that we were leaving dog hairs on her doorstep.
No mames. Come on.
Right?
Dog hairs?
Dog hairs. And right in front of our apartment.
Yeah.
No, check this out. Right in front of our apartments is like the doggy area, right? Why the hell would we not pick up our own dog shit? Because then my interior would smell because our windows are right there, number one. Number two, there's a lot of dogs that go by. So hairs fucking fly everywhere. Let's just be real, you know?
It's a dog.
It's a dog. And then, what else? Oh, that we were playing loud music.
Party, pura pachanga.
Yeah, but the music wasn't from my apartment. It was from the guy that lived above her. Because I asked him, I was like, hey, do you ever get like complaints from her that the music's loud? And he goes, no. And I was like, dude, she sent a complaint saying that our music was loud. And he goes, no, it's mine. I was like, thank you for clearing that up, sir. Yeah. And of course, you know, I was recording because I'm like, I want HOA to fucking see this shit, that I'm not making this shit up.
Well, not only that, but she's just flinging accusations without any proof. Like, if you're going to make accusations, the burden of proof is on you to prove your accusations.
Well, HOA is in the wrong, too, for writing with it right away. Yeah. Like, ask questions first before you threaten me with a fine. Is she on the board or something? No, and I thought maybe she had somebody on the board, which I still believe that theory.
In her pocket? Yeah.
I really do believe that. And I'll tell you why right now.
Hey, dude,
I'll tell you why in a minute.
This is like an episode
corruption.
Of what was that show? House of Cards. I have an ace in my pocket.
She got a judge on payroll.
Think that it's about who you know. Mm-hmm. I believe in that.
Okay.
She got a judge on payroll.
I'm just saying. Levels. Nomás porque no conoces a nadie en tú.
Yeah. I'm not as connected as your fucking Karen neighbor.
Start greasing some pockets, Gabriel.
Fuck, man. Gotta do something better with that disposable income.
So then the funniest one was when she sent a complaint that we were destroying the concrete in the hallway.
What? Destroying the concrete?
With like a jackhammer or something?
No, with my dog.
Of course. Yeah.
The dog was scraping the concrete.
Aye.
And they sent us, they said that we had to repair the concrete or pay a fine. I don't remember that. I swear on my children.
What kind of dog is it?
I shouldn't swear on my children. My mom had an Afghan.
It's okay if it's the truth.
Yeah, well, an Afghan hound.
Is that big?
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
And they have long, fine hair.
Yeah, it looks like fake. They look fake, dude. Like, you see them in person, they're like these tall-ish, long dogs, and they got this long, crazy hair that looks like... Oh, like they took like a flat iron to it. Like they took like a hot iron.
And then they go like this. They're like they're super traídos.
Very puppies.
Yes.
Puppies.
Yes. And they say dogs are like their owners.
Puppies.
So my mom.
Oof.
So anyways, that dog is terrified of people. Like that dog will shit herself literally if you come at her.
So it's not going to be guarding the house anytime soon?
No, absolutely not. But this lady made it sound like we had this monster dog that just
fucking
scraping the concrete.
Sandlot dog.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay.
What's his name? The dog's name?
I don't remember.
I was like, this bitch is crazy.
Dog.
Yeah.
What else have we gotten a letter for? Oh, I was parking in a non-parking space. Oh, was there a car there when you got there to pick me up today?
There's, como dice tu niña, a Tesla.
A Tesla.
Una Tesla.
But I don't snitch on that one because that's from my good, nice neighbor from upstairs.
Oh, okay.
I don't snitch on any of them, actually. I get along with everybody.
You have a life.
Yeah, I have a life. Yeah. And I mean, recently I've had to take pictures of all these cars, not to snitch on them, but if HOA comes at me with some bullshit, has she reported any other cars? Because bam, here's 70 pictures of 70 different cars at 70 different days.
Damn.
Different times.
Receipts.
And if she's only snitching on me, that's personal, you know? And that's what I said to them this last meeting. Like, y'all need to leave me alone. But anyways, where were we?
We'll get to the meeting.
This is on the beginning,
bro. I know. This is like the meeting that she's referred to happened like last week. And I'm like, oh, I want to hear what happened.
I'll tell you later.
All right. So this was still 2019 or now 2020?
So 2020 was pretty chill.
So this was happening
because of COVID.
During COVID.
Yes. 2019 to 2020, but during 2020 COVID, it was pretty chill. She didn't complain about nothing. I used to, take my chalks out with my kids and ride all over the fucking place. Never complained about it.
You were playing with fire.
I mean, honestly, I didn't know it was that deep of an issue between me and her. I just figured
it was like a little couple things here.
Yeah. I mean, I would put reminders. Remember to take your mask, That's pretty much what I would say. Everybody have a wonderful day.
Oh, you would write in chalk on the sidewalk?
Yeah, I would draw with my kids and do decorations.
Kid shit.
And then,
with
and
chalk
then
on the sidewalk.
What's that thing called where you
hopscotch?
I did something like that.
Hopscotch.
Yeah. And then I continued it with other stuff like bear crawls and whatever. And I enjoyed seeing people do it through my window. I was like, I'm making other people,
remember that.
I'm making other people happy.
Yeah, people were walking by, you're all like spy camming, like, oh, look, it's working.
I was like, oh my God, it's cute, like people are actually doing it. And they're grown-ups. So she didn't complain about that, which I thought she would have complained about that.
For sure. Even I was about to complain.
Right? Because, I mean, what I could see a problem being like you're walking through the chalk and when you're coming back, you're bringing chalk everywhere, She didn't complain about that. We used to play water balloon fights out there. We would pick up the balloons. Never complained.
That's what I'm saying.
My kids would play soccer. My kids would play soccer. Never complained.
Never complained.
I would have picnics outside. Never complained.
Why should she, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these are all things
but my kids are running around screaming.
Sure, but I mean,
they were younger
they're
too.
Kids. It's an apartment complex.
Yeah.
There's a big grassy area right outside where you live. Like, it's perfect for playing. I mean, these are all normal things.
Apartment things. Yeah.
But
within the time period, before 10
But
p.m.
then all of a sudden, the neighbors from upstairs park a little wagon in the rocky area.
Oh, in the breezeway. Okay.
She takes a picture of it, sends it to HOA, and says it's mine.
This bitch.
And I was like, it is not mine. I know who it belongs to. It belongs to the people above me.
Damn, you snitched them out like that?
Yeah, they were assholes. I didn't like them.
This is different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these are some other neighbors.
Not the Tesla.
No. The guy in the Tesla does not. He does not live above me.
He lives above her.
He lives above her.
Oh, these are the people that live above you.
Yeah, but I know the owner.
Okay.
Are they cool?
They're weird.
The look on the
last people that were there got evicted.
Of course.
They were pretty bad. And the owner would always call me like, are they still there? I've asked them to leave so many times. I'm having to go through court. And then finally they got served by a sheriff's department and then they were gone.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but I don't have any like issues with I never said anything to them, like, live your life, whatever. Y'all are a little weird, but.
So it was their wagon they put down there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of the audacity. Like, come on, what are you doing?
They started leaving bicycles in the way, chanclas. They would put their, it was hanging towels. It was starting to look like a ghetto place, right?
Very Section 8.
Yes, pretty much. I mean, and where
Section
it's
8
not
activities.
that nice. It's kind of ghetto. We were just laughing because my card wasn't working to get out, and I was like, "Bro, in the ghetto."
So 2021 is when she started like really getting in her bag.
Out.
So it's been like, damn, 3 years.
Yeah, but even at that point, I was just like, "Está loca," At this point, like whatever. HOA ain't doing nothing about it,
To either one of you?
No, I mean they would always just send me emails about getting a fine if, for example, if you don't fix the concrete, you're gonna get a fine. If you don't, like the whole music thing, please be polite and courteous to your neighbors. And it's like, listen, it wasn't me. Okay, well, we'll follow up. Obviously, they never would follow through with the follow up because there was nothing to follow up on.
No proof.
And at one point, I did say, so you're just gonna believe everything that she says without proof, And it's funny because after I mentioned that is when the wagon thing happened, and there was proof about the wagon.
But there's no just a wagon resurrect, not that it's yours.
Exactly.
The fuck?
So my response has always been like, because everybody knows I'd be taking pictures of everything and I record a lot of shit just because a lot of shit does happen to me. And I'm like, no, I'm not making this shit up. Like, I want people to believe this shit. Because people are like, otra vez te pegaron a tu carro? And I'm like, yeah.
Dude.
But I wasn't driving. And they're like, no. And I'm like, I'll show you, But with this whole situation, I was like, she's complaining about the wagon, but she's not complaining about these bicycles that are on the way. There's shoes everywhere. Los zapatos de arriba se cayeron abajo. They're in front of my door.
Dude.
I'd be like, okay, has she complained about this? Like, I would pretty much be like, you turn in your card, I turn in my card.
Yeah.
What's your next move now? Because I'm going to have a move too.
Like Did you always have the camera? Or is
no,
is that
so
new?
the Ring camera happened in 2022. Like it happened in June 2023. I got fed up.
Did you start up the TikTok before the camera or after the camera?
It happened on the 4th of July when the first like actual video that I did that I was like, I've had enough with this lady, and I'll tell you
what is the name of your TikTok and Instagram?
Yeah, so they can go catch up with the chisme.
Yeah. So people who are watching this don't gotta wait till the very end of the video.
2023. So the Instagram user is my crazy neighbor, the letter I 105, and it's the same as the TikTok account. And it's my crazy neighbor, the letter I and 105, just because we're in that building number and that's her apartment.
I was like, dude, it's funny. I was like,
Interstate 5. Like,
yeah, I'm like, because I was like thinking, like, yo, why? The other day I was just thinking that I was talking to our mutual friend Enrique. Mm-hmm. Shout out Kike. But we're talking about that, and I go, oh, let me look this. I was looking something up on your thing. And then he was like, man, why is the URL like
so long?
All those numbers at the end? I was like, are there that many accounts to go
my crazy neighbor?
I wouldn't believe it though. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah.
But that's way better backstory
I-105.
right there.
So my crazy neighbor at 1345 Woodman.
There's only been one person that said that their brother lives in those apartments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
There's one person that said, my brother lives there.
He must be getting more like...
he told me what building, and I was like...
Well, the algorithm was also probably can tell where you're at.
Well, I've only had one
where
person.
You've posted, and then... what I'm saying is that it pushes out your account to the geolocation that you're at, because I'll get pushed to... Like, have you ever looked at your suggestions?
I rarely get San Diego things.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I look at, like... Because TikTok as a whole, it breaks down to like who's watching it, age, gender,
Chinese hackers, of course.
It tells you everything.
I get a lot of LA stuff.
Yes, that's what mine says. A lot of LA viewers.
I get excited when I see San Diego. I was like, oh, that's here.
I get a lot of Texas viewers.
Yeah,
Texas and LA. I don't know why.
Texas likes big chisme.
And the chisme is big. Okay, so there was a time as well that she put honey.
Like actual honey.
Honey on walkway.
Honey?
For what? To drag it into your house?
No, because of our dog.
What?
Is it bad for dogs?
because our dog has really long hair.
Also, it'd get sticky.
Yes.
Oh, that's some bitch shit right there.
So my mom picked up the dog that day and carried her, but the UPS driver, I think it was an Amazon driver, almost fell dropping off a package, and you could see
Slipped?
Is this on video?
No, I didn't have the camera back then. So because of all this shit that was happening, my mom said, "That's it. We're getting a video." And this is after the first encounter between my mom and her going at it. I was at work.
That first encounter.
So my mom stepped outside and said something to the lady about like, stop doing the shit that you're doing, right? Like, no.
She got fed up.
My mom got fed up, and then that lady's response had nothing to do with an issue with my mom. She just said, "Tu hija es una puta barata."
God damn, cheap one,
bro.
And then I said,
de calidad, por favor.
Wait, I said, I was like, ¿y me defendiste, mamá? ¿Qué le dijiste?
She's all, eso no tiene nada que ver.
No, my mom said, I didn't say nothing because I didn't know if it was true.
She's like, I don't know, rough times.
I don't know. I didn't
Maybe
know
you are giving it.
And I was like, y qué mala eres. And
she's like,
damn.
She's like, whatever. I don't care what she has to say. I was like, yeah, same here. I don't care.
Damn.
That's funny.
So after that, of course, I got upset, and I was like, oh, hell no.
You were just talking about how you would put hands on her for your mom.
And she's over here
this is the first one. I wasn't home. That's why when I got home, and a different day, she came out where we were both outside.
Yeah.
And that's when I was talking shit to her, and I'm like, you're not going to sit here and disrespect my mom. If you have something to say it to me.
That was not the video. You're holding the camera in. You're both holding cameras in each other's faces.
I saw that.
Bro.
Wait. So when you're like yelling at her, does she reply back or she just stay quiet?
She always replies, but never looks at me, which is crazy.
Turns her back to you?
She'll look away or she'll look up, like when she's talking to me, and I'm just like, I'm right here.
Like literally standing in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at her recording, if you look at the 4th of July video,
ay, que no sé qué,
she's
blah,
like,
blah.
And I'm like, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna pick her brain. The first thing I said to her when she called me a cheap whore, I said, what makes me a whore? And her response had nothing to do with what makes me a whore.
Lávate las nalgas. Like, what?
No, she said, a las pirujas baratas les pagan, tú eres una piruja barata, ni barata porque no te pagan el hotel. And I'm just like, what?
Where's she getting this intel from? Is what
these are all things that they tell themselves, dude. My neighbors that I've been having beef with, same shit. They just be bringing up like all kinds of weird shit, and it's like, and that's something that I've noticed about people when they get angry, is that ellos se hablan entre ellos en privado, right? So they're percolating on their own, like whatever it is that we're doing that bothers them, they speak amongst themselves. And then, they kind of like hype themselves up. So if it does, once it does set off, like they'll start saying those things to you
that they said amongst
themselves that, when they hype them. So I've had that happen to me with neighbors in the past. And I'm like, wait, what? Why are you saying this random shit that makes no sense to me? And then I think about it, like, oh, this is what you talk about in shadows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
that's
she probably talks to her daughter about you.
I think that's probably what's happening.
She's all, stay in school or you're gonna be a hooker. Like,
she's a fucking whore and blah blah.
So I had a boyfriend live with me.
Okay.
I did have a boyfriend live with me in 2019. So he lived with me from October 2019 until December 2020.
Okay.
Did she like him? Was he good looking? Was he cute? Did they flirt? I mean, damn, I'm trying to find out like what caused her to be like, fuck this bitch.
Doesn't know anything about you, so she just needs to like piece together something.
So I kind of knew something was off with this lady from way back when I first moved in, because we both came out of the house at the same time, and I looked at her and I was like, oh, good morning. And she just looked at me and was like, and I was like, okay. So then I told my mom, oh, now I see what you mean, because my mom said to me one time, she's like, oh, that fucking bitch. And I was like, what? My mom's like, I said good morning to her, and she always like just ignores me, because we're polite people. Like if I see you, even people on the street, I'll be like, hi, good morning, or I do customer service. I'm a waitress. I'm just used to going up to people and, hey, how are you? Be nice, be friendly, And so my mom's like, I used to try to say good morning to her. Siempre me hacía la cara de fuchi. So that time that happened to me, I was like, oh, I see what you're saying. So when I asked her, to stop doing the things that she was doing. I wasn't coming from being an asshole. I was just like, dude, like, we're not the only people that live here. We have 2 other apartments above us. It could be one of their trash. Like, why do you assume right away it's us? You know? But I don't know. Honestly, I did have a boyfriend that lived there. And I have a brother. I have a younger brother. My brother's been in and out. You know, he's been in and out of our lives because he's always incarcerated. So I don't know if she thinks that my brother is my side piece. I don't know what she thinks, you know, but those are the only 2 people. Oh, there's one more man that stops by that apartment.
Gabriel.
No, he's never been there.
No, I've never been in her place.
My baby daddy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he
has to pick up the kid.
He has to pick up the kid. He's a good father. He's a good dude. Like, honestly, he's a good man. Just didn't work out between us. He's there for the girls all the time. He picks them up. He drops them off all the time. So I don't know if because she's seeing these guys, she's just like, oh, she's a whore, you know?
Your baby daddy, he's black, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe that. Maybe she's like on the racist side. She's like crossbreeder.
She's never said shit like that though, huh?
She's never said anything racist, or she's never said anything about my girls like that. Because if she ever did, I probably wouldn't hold back.
I'm really just trying to like figure out. Like,
that for me would be like,
where's
she coming from?
If she ever says some racist shit about her ex-husband, that indirectly is referring to your kids.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a line. In jail.
But you've done nothing to her for her to hate you, like
and
she despises.
And until this day, I cannot figure it out.
Yeah, it's weird. Like
people will say on the internet, they're like, "Oh, she's jealous of you." Like that's all it is.
I can see that.
She's talked about my car because
is it nicer than hers?
So I drive now a 2024 Acura MDX.
Big boss, huh?
And prior to that, I had a 2023 Acura MDX.
You know, when you got money, on these hoes.
When you got this waitress money,
but wait,
get off me.
So somebody crashed my car. Somebody crashed into my car after having it for 9 months.
Fuck, yeah, I know
the 2023 one?
The 2023.
Oh, so you were able to get the new one.
Cursed.
So I was driving, they fixed it.
Oh.
I was driving rentals for 9 months.
Yeah.
Damn.
And during those 9 months, I went through 5 different cars because the oil change, you know, things like that. And I don't know if she thinks that I do something weird. Pesada. You know, maybe that's what it is. But she did say one thing that I was like, I am very shocked. I didn't slap the shit out of her after she said that. She said to me, she goes, in order for you to afford that car, you need to send your children to the dumpster to get food.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? You got
that's
that car?
When I was like,
dude, that's so random.
That's weird.
I was like, I can slap the shit out of her, but I just think she's dumb as hell.
Yeah, that don't even make sense.
No.
She probably went in the house like, ooh, burn. Got her. The daughter's like, yeah.
The daughter's always on her phone, bro. Like you see her on the videos, like, man.
You know, I used
to think, I feel bad for the daughter.
Nah,
dude.
I used to think that
because I thought she was young.
No, I did too until my neighbor let me borrow his apartment to put that camera. But we'll get to that right now. Okay, I used to
after the beer.
No, honestly, I
refill.
Is that one on you?
No.
I used to feel bad. Not anymore. I don't feel bad for her no more. What was I saying now? I can't remember.
So the car, she said that to afford cars.
The dumpster, yeah. So when I was getting this last car, I was like, ¿ahora qué va a decir esta vieja? Because I only had the other car for 2 years. Not really, because they took it away for 9 months. So I'm like, ¿ahora qué va a decir esta vieja? Now that she sees me with another car. Now I think she doesn't say anything. She just parks close.
Sure.
And she have a nice car too?
Oh, no.
That little bucket?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what year it is. A little Honda Civic that's like.
Honda Civic.
Maybe this is where it's coming from.
It has like rust on some parts. I'm like,
the insecurities are coming from somewhere. And
then last time I know her camera, because she has a camera.
Paid off though, so.
No. I was like, le pegaste a algo. Her bumper's a little off, and I was like, ooh, le pegó a algo. Yeah, for real.
Damn, it has to be something.
So check this out. After all that, we got fed up. My mom said, I'm putting a camera in the patio so I can see my car, because if she hits my car, I'll have proof that she hit the car, right? So we started with that camera only. All you could see was the cars. Outside, yeah, you could just see the cars. It wasn't a big deal. She called HOA and made them ask us for permission
That's why I don't like HOA. Man.
Well, it's not so much permission. Like they want to know where your camera is located because they sent us one saying to take it down because we had done some structural damage. And I said, structural damage?
That's weird.
Yeah. So then we filled out all the forms, sent them in. We never heard from HOA again until she complained again. And then they said we didn't turn in those forms. And my uncle's like, no, I turned them in because my uncle's my landlord. Oh. My grandma's the owner. Oh. You see, it's a whole family thing, right? So then after all this bullshit was just happening and the first altercation between my mom and her, we decided to get the Ring camera because she was doing things in the hallway and we couldn't see what was going on in the hallway. So I said to my mom, then get a Ring camera. So that's what my mom did. She got upset about that. Mm-hmm. She used to cover our camera all the time. And I'm not talking about like during the day.
Doesn't she still do that?
1, 2, 3 in the morning. No, she doesn't do it anymore because now she has her own Ring camera.
She got her own TikTok?
You had that.
I hope she did because it's pretty boring.
Video where you walking up the breezeway, and her daughter's like holding.
That was on 4th of July.
A cloth over your camera or whatever. Y andaban haciendo no sé qué en la.
Estaba barriendo según ella.
You guys fucking went at it.
That when you came out?
Okay, so I was getting home on 4th of July and I got a notification and I looked at it because when you're driving, you don't get any notifications no matter what. So I was already parked, coming home back from 4th of July. I don't even know what I did that year. Probably nothing. I didn't have the girls. I just remember that. So then I was like, I'm just going to go back home. I worked 4th of July. I was like, I'm just going to go back home. I go home and I get the notification and I see that she's covering the camera. So then I kept that on live. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? Yeah. Because prior to that, every time she covered it, we couldn't figure out what she was doing. But she was just grabbing her tapete, flipping it over ours and shaking it pretty much all her
just
dirt.
Petty shit.
And my
passive aggressive.
And the
fucking
thing is that my mom's a very
like,
clean person, so she would sweep the walkway all the time because her dog would drag all that in.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. La envidia de la perra. Aparte. You know?
Like, like when you hate someone.
You hate everything about her.
Every little thing that they do.
Yeah.
Like they fucking just latch on to the most minute things.
Just how
That's
they
what this
breathe.
lady's doing. It's like, oh, they're fuck her and her fucking trenzas. Fuck her.
And her
fuck
dog.
her stupid fucking hair color. Her fucking Kanye.
Well, she called me Chucky. She called me
like,
Chucky.
Dude, Chucky?
Yeah, she called me Chucky.
The hair?
She inspired me though. For Halloween, I did dress up as Chucky. Yeah. I was like, I'll be Chucky. Badass. What the fuck she's talking about? Like, she thinks that she can offend me, but I don't get offended. I laugh. And because I post all this,
Pinchy Chucky.
and I don't do it for the money, because if it was for the money, I would have put her on national TV, but I didn't.
Oh, that's right. You got approached.
I did.
By a news station?
By Neighbor Wars.
Oh, that's cool.
The TV,
on A&E.
the cable, on cable TV.
On cable TV.
They DM'd her. They're like, hey, you want to be on the show?
Does she know that shit exists?
I don't know.
The TikTok, she doesn't. The Instagram.
She would report it, dude, to the HOA.
HOA knows about it.
Yeah, but because you told them and everything.
So
but
what?
No, I'm saying, like, does she know?
I don't think she knows, but if she knew, what could she do about it?
No, nothing. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if she's seen it and she's like, damn, maybe I do look crazy.
I don't think so, because she's still acting crazy. Oh, she did it today.
Oh, she did. She had an episode today?
Well, I walked out of my house with my hoodie on, and all of a sudden she walks in and out of her house 3 times with it on. It's just weird. Like, she never does that.
That's weird.
It's just
right?
weird activities.
It cracks me up because for work I drive a lot, so I'll pull up and stop in neighborhoods, and then there's always that one day that comes out to start sweeping. And it's like, like
start
all
sweeping.
Of a sudden you gotta sweep the driveway.
Yeah.
I did something like that at IKEA. Somebody was dropping stuff, and I was in a kitchen, and somebody was arguing with some guy in a wheelchair, and they were arguing, and then my sisters were there, and I was like, I'm making mole.
At IKEA?
And my sister's like, knock it off.
In the fake kitchen?
In the fake kitchen. But there was stuff in the drawers.
Sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All the ingredients to make mole.
Utensils. In the IKEA kitchen.
Yeah. And I was like, pass me the broom.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
And then they kind of looked at us, and I was like, all right, it's time to go.
Yeah, because I figured that she'd probably be mad if she saw like all the videos. And then she'd get like furious to know that you're blowing up. She's like,
I mean,
20,000 followers.
It's not like I'm making like money. Like you really don't make money from TikTok.
Yeah, but I know she don't know that.
You have like.
She thinks you're out here selling your cooch for cheap.
No, she really does think that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I did. Just to tell her, you're right.
You should tell her, tu novio me paga más.
But she hasn't had a man.
Tu novio subscribes to my OnlyFans.
No tiene novio.
Pues no.
No. And otro día, some man came to her house and was gone in like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, he was fixing something. He looked terrified and he left.
El albañil.
He ran out so fast. My camera barely got him.
Damn.
I kid you not.
Maybe her house stinks or some shit.
I don't know. But she needs to buy a washer and dryer. I have one. I'm winning.
In unit. Ay.
I see her take. Remember that Instagram post that you saw when I was like, no quiere que vea sus calzones cagados. Remember you showed it to your mom?
Was she hanging them outside or something?
No, because she was covering my camera and she would take out her dirty laundry. So that I wouldn't see what she was taking out of the house. She would cover the camera. Oh. But then on the way back, I was like,
mount that shit high up in the corner.
Well, she stopped doing it after.
You had a couple angles. So you had like the door angle.
Yeah.
And then you mounted it on the wall.
No. So at first we had it on the door, but it was like a renter friendly device. But it's supposed to go here, right? And I was like, no, I want a better angle. So then I put it over here. But then after her covering it up so many times, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the proper thing. I'm not going to have it pointing straight at her door because I do feel like that's invading her privacy every time she opens her door. So I'm going to point it to the hallway, which is communal, right? So just the hallway. And she didn't like that either. And then that's the day. Like that's the day she was like, "Se creen dueñas del barrio." No, she didn't say that. She was like, no, but she did make a comment like, "Se creen las dueñas estas arrimadas."
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, it's because she knows that you're.
So she's looked us up. Like,
oh damn.
She has
online. Yeah.
Like who takes that time to? She researched.
Oh, that's right. She was saying your grandma's name.
She was saving my grandma's name. My aunt's. So that unit is purchased by my grandma, but for whatever reason, it's under my grandma and my aunt.
Your aunt was just making sure.
She was like dropping names. She's like, go and complain to so and so and so and so. They're the owners. And then I started to realize like this is a situation where you want me gone because I'm not the owner and you feel like you have more power over me because you're an owner and I'm just a tenant.
Arrimada.
Yeah. No, well, she says that because she thinks that I don't work.
Oh.
I'm always home.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you have a nice car.
Yeah.
That's where the prostitution comes from.
Yes. Yeah. But I want to see the men, like where they at. Because,
hotels, come on.
Nah, if I'm home.
Oh.
I'm home all the time.
Damn. Mm-hmm. She's really bothered.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, it doesn't bother me what she says. Like, I've gone upstairs to watch a movie with my neighbor, the guy that lives above her, and he's single. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go and screw him.
But even if you do want it, so what?
Yeah,
maybe that's the origin.
But even if I did, it's not her problem. And the one time that I went up there to watch a movie with him, so from his balcony, if his blinds are open, because the cars are parked at a little uphill, you can see, if you look up, you can see his apartment, right? So I guess she saw me up there. And when she came home, she said, "Como un hombre tan guapo, inteligente como él, termina con una piruja barata como ella."
Oh, she was saying that today. Yeah, she performs for the camera.
She goes, "Tiene suerte que le prendió la televisión y ni cena le dio." So when I heard her,
like fucking, oh yeah.
So when I heard her say that, I started laughing because I'm like, dude, you fucking get wet every time you think about me.
Dude, facts, bro. She's in the.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe that's the problem. Maybe she wants me.
I didn't even look at that angle, bro.
And I don't even look at her.
It missed my angle, right? I did not catch that one.
So it's just
she wants to live inside of your skin.
Maybe.
Like an Edgar suit.
Well, but a lot of the people on so I was getting attacked.
Like fatal attraction status.
Honestly, a little bit at the beginning of the TikTok, I was getting attacked by some people saying like, "You're obsessed with her. You're jealous of her. It's you." So then I said, you know what? I'm about to post a video of just me, of myself. So you can see who I am. Because you can see who she is.
It was a faceless account for a while.
It was a faceless account because I didn't want to make it about looks. I don't think I'm that pretty. but I know I'm not that ugly.
Like, talk about her personality.
Like, no. I have no ass and you're hating on me. Yeah. Like,
that is sad.
This is wild to me. Like,
Te digo, parece fucking like 2-week-old jack-o'-lantern, man.
She
like
does look like a little, like she's
she's getting fat.
Like the community.
And I'm like, keep on eating, lady. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like,
did you serve her once and you were rude to her?
No.
Oh, damn.
So our first encounter.
The origin story for this is gonna be sick.
So the first encounter between me and her.
Documentary is gonna be fire.
Was that one time before 4th of July and on 4th of July.
Documentary.
No puedo.
Oh shit, it's gonna be fire.
As long as it doesn't end like in murder.
You know what's funny is that Netflix needs an English, Spanish, Spanglish Netflix documentary.
They do.
They need one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they have some.
Call them.
I haven't seen it yet. We'll pitch it. We'll pitch it.
Yeah.
So the first encounter
was right before 4th of July, like in June. And then the 4th of July is the one where I started recording.
Oh.
Okay.
After that 4th of July, when I was like, I have to record.
When you walked up on her?
Yes, I was like, I have to record because this is bullshit. Like I told you, she's always mentioned the fact that she's an owner and I'm just a tenant. So I'm like, why are you still hating on me then if I'm just a tenant? And you have
just a broke hooker.
Yeah, you have more money than I do. Yeah. Driving that bummy ass car. You don't have a washer and dryer, but you own your apartment. And at the same time, I'm like, in my head, you have been to my other house, the one I owned. Yeah. I'm like, bitch, my house used to be 3 times bigger than your little shitty ass apartment. Like, but I didn't tell her that because
it's just stupid.
You know,
pendejadas. Like,
you don't know my life.
Who gives a fuck?
And who gives a shit?
Fuck? Like,
it's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you're such a calm person. Like I've never like
all that shit that she keeps on bringing up out of nowhere. Yeah. That's internal. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's inside of her. It's been percolating.
Maybe she doesn't own it.
¿Quién sabe?
So the only time I lost it on her completely,
she probably inherited it, bro.
And she's called the cops on me like 3 times. But they've
I only
never,
saw one.
No, 3 times. They've never spoken to me. They knocked on my door one time and I wasn't home. Was the time that she grabbed her mat, shook it on my mat and said, Chucky can clean this up.
And you came out, right?
No, then I came home after that. And my daughter was like, oh, open the door. My pants are dragging and it's dirty. Right away, I knew what had happened. So then I banged on her door and I was like, I went crazy. I was like, come the fuck out. Like, come outside, bitch. You have something to say. I was like, you have something to say?
Remember that one?
Like, you want to be tough? Come out. No, she called the police.
Pussy.
She called the cops.
Called the cops out. Yeah,
they showed up that night, like hours later, but they showed up. They were in and out of her apartment less than 5 minutes.
They didn't talk to you?
No.
Oh, because they were like, lady.
I went out there to look for them, to talk to them, and they were gone. My mom took a right. I took a left. They were gone. They were probably like, this bitch. They probably seen her on TikTok or Instagram. I kid you not. Because there's no,
listen, dude.
Honestly, no cop is going to go over there and not ask, why do you think that she reacted like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Because the first question is, well, what did you do to her for her to do that?
Why'd she do that?
Yes.
It's because she has a nice car and she's a hooker. Like, dude. Man, you can't be wasting our time.
Yeah, dude, exactly. The thing about cops, man, when they come out, dude, they have being a cop is so fucking hard, dude. First of all, right?
Look at that Blue Lives Matter over here. Bro. That's right.
No, but I'm just saying.
El que está enojado porque no van cuando habla.
With the shirt that says fuck the police.
He calls the police and he calls them and they don't show up.
This is comedy, guys. This is funny. This is our artistic expression and supporting a local artist. No. But I mean, think about as a cop, you work 4 days in a row, 10-hour shifts, or is it 10 or 12 hours? Yeah. 4 10-hour shifts in a row, right? So you're working 10 hours straight, and then you gotta, you don't know what your day is gonna be. It could be, dude, you could be under fire. It could be
the Karen thing.
Yeah, it could be a gun shootout. It could be something where you gotta use your weapon. It could be something where like somebody's under mental distress. Like you don't know what your day is gonna be, and then you got some fucking Karen calling because la pinche vecina, like she's throwing dirt and dust and fucking a wagon under my, in the breezeway. Like, bitch, this is not important.
Yeah.
Like, why are you wasting our time? Like, this is not something that we need to come out for. You know what I mean? Okay, so she was banging. Why is she banging on your shit? Like, by the time you call the cops, like, it's escalated to that point to where it's like, hey, what led up to this, right? So what's the cops gonna do?
But why are you scared all of a sudden?
They weren't there when everything happened. You don't have any evidence. You don't have nothing to show. So I mean, all they can really do is just listen to one side, and then go talk to the other neighbor and get their side, and then okay, like.
But they didn't even do that.
She said. Yeah, so I'm saying, like, the most they can do is that, because unless you have concrete evidence to show that, hey, I got video of this bitch fucking like vandalizing, I don't know, like whatever. Like they can't really do anything.
Have you talked to the cops in those 3 times?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, what if she's just calling them just to scare you?
Well, I haven't talked to them. No, I haven't talked to, like, when they would show up, I haven't talked to them, but I've talked to like cops and asked them, like, what can I do? Oh. And they always say restraining order, but
you live next door.
Yeah, so it's kind of.
You get a restraining order. You can. That's funny you should say that, because that's the recommendation that I got from my cop about my neighbors. About a restraining, I was like, hey man, like, you know, because my neighbors, with them, it's the noise, man. Like,
just noise, just music?
I mean, there's a dogs mainly, but also music. Like what was the night? The last time I got into it with my neighbors was I got home super late. It was after the Ryan Garcia steroid fight. So he, so I got home, I don't know, like past 2. So it was already really late when I got home. I was tired. I was ready to conk out, right? Like the next door neighbors, they're having a rager. And I was like, fuck, dude. And so my bedroom is towards like their house. So it's like, fuck, man. It's 2 a.m. and this is not the first or third or fifth time. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, ugh. So I called the police. I called the noise complaint. I was like, hey, you know, it's 2 whatever in the morning. Like the neighbors, they've been going at it. Like, can you please send a unit out? Like, I'm trying to sleep. And they didn't come. Like an hour went by, bro. It was now past 3.
It's hard being a cop.
You know what I'm saying?
For these silly little calls.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, I called them. I didn't call 911. I called the non-emergency. You know what I mean? I called the non-emergency line, like you're supposed to in a non-emergency, and so you don't get a priority.
Oh, I know my neighbor called 911.
For sure.
Of course, for 100%.
For sure.
100% call 911.
It was life and death.
Yeah.
This bitch is gonna break down the door.
But yeah, they came out. You know what I mean? They were there. They were there. They could hear the rager. So I wasn't like making shit up. And so, I talked to them. I said, look, I've been having these issues with, I brought them up to speed. Like, look, I've been having these issues with them, whether it be dogs or parties, like, I can't sleep. So, he's like, all right, well, we'll go talk to him. So as soon as the cops get there, they're like talking to him. The music goes down. Everybody at the party gets quiet. And then they're talking to them for, I don't know how, a couple minutes or whatever. Cops bounce. Everything's quiet for a little bit.
And then back.
10 minutes, they're back at it. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck, dude. So it's like the cops can only do so much, right? That's the hard part.
They're not gonna stay there all night.
But I was like, fuck, man. I'm like, I told the cops, like, hey, what about the sound ordinance, right? In the city, it's like from like 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. There's like a sound ordinance, right? Like, so you came here, you obviously could hear it was banging. So like, you can't do anything. Like, that's already a law. Enforce it, right? And they're like,
just use some Karen jargon.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's the point of having these laws if they don't get enforced, right? So, it's not like it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm complaining. It's 3:30 in the morning, bro. And they're, a todo lo que da. 3:30 in the morning, I think, 4 o'clock.
Have you gone and talked to them? Like, hey, man, like,
bro, I did that night. I called them. So when the cops didn't come, like within an hour, I went over. I was like, I was fed up. It was already like 3:30. And so I went over. And I was like, my chanclas and my pinches Adidas slides that you noticed when I came in, but
the Crocs,
yeah, my Adidas shell toe Crocs. But yeah, I got out of bed. I was like, fuck it. And my pajamas, dude. the fences, so I had to like get like a box to stand on. Yes, dude, I was like Wilson from. Yeah. I was like Wilson from.
Howdy, neighbor.
From Home Improvement. I was like, hey, ho, cabrones. Yeah, I was like, órale, cabrones. But yeah, I was like, and I kind of banged on the fence a little bit, and they all turned around, all scared. And I was like, hey guys, it's 3:30. I'm trying to sleep. You guys are being loud as fuck. Like, can you bring it down? I think it's about time. I said like that. I was like, I think it's about time. It's 3:30. And dude, the husband, I could tell immediately who wore the pants in that family. The husband turned around and was like, oh, and he told his friend next to the radio, he was like, hey, turn it down. And then the wife, bitch, was drunk as fuck, started fucking going off, bro.
Oh shit.
The wife, dude, the wife. Like the husband, like the husband was like trying to be like, oh, despensa, like, no, the wife was on a good one, bro. She was performing for her friends.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like she was going off on me, talking shit and blah, blah, blah. Like, cause I had called because of the dogs. The dogs are like barking nonstop, like 2, 3 in the morning. And it's same thing. Like, but the dogs bark all day, bro.
That's annoying.
It's super annoying.
I
think dogs is more annoying than music.
She hasn't even been inside the house. Like
we'll be outside.
Like she'll pull up. We're gonna go eat or something. She'll pulls up and she's just waiting in her car. And then the little bit of time that she's waiting in the car, she hears all the fucking dogs, dude. Like, rah, rah, like they're like the little dogs. No mames, way. And then they got a beagle and they got like a boxer and
there's a lot going on.
Sí, güey. 24.
Los perros de aquí, los perros de allá, y los perros de acá.
And it's like a chain reaction.
Yes.
Sí.
One goes off, then the neighbors, and it's like,
so I'm surrounded by where I live. I'm surrounded by dogs. All of my neighbors. It's not just the dogs;
it's the lights too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't get me started on the fucking.
They got those fucking
those
high beams.
LEDs.
Everybody has those.
Yeah, that's the fucking everybody has like high intensity lights pointed out by municipal code here. Says that they have to be pointing down into your property, not out towards a neighbor, like a resident. So that's like it's a otro pedo. But my main shit is the fucking noise, dude. The dogs don't stop, right? So yeah, so this is so I've already called the cops because of the dogs, and they got mad because of that. Se molestaron, and I called the cops twice. And then the third time, I was so fucking sick and tired of it. I was like, I'm not going to wait an hour and a half for the cops to get here. So I got up, dude, and thank God I had the thought process to go, you know what? I better record this to like show how annoying this shit is.
I always think about that.
Yeah. So I got my camera. I started, I was out there in the backyard, maybe like 10 minutes, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. To where you could hear the dog bark,
non-stop,
like not exaggerating. The neighbor on the other side of me, so 2 houses over from the dog house. It's 3:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. The neighbor, they opened up their kitchen door to look to see where that sound was coming from. So the neighbor 2 doors over was also hearing the same thing, and they came out to check it out. Damn. So I was already outside recording the dog, like crying. Barr, barr. So I recorded that for a little bit to establish that the dog is nonstop. Then I finally went over and I started banging on their front door at 3:30 in the morning. Boom, 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 boom. Nada. Pues nada, it's 3:30. They're asleep.
Oh, they can sleep through that shit.
I don't know how they can sleep through that shit, bro. They must be on Ambien or some shit because I don't know.
Maybe they fall asleep before it starts. Because when you're knocked out, you probably don't.
Yeah.
Until you wake up, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, the one of them gets up like super early in the morning. I hear him turn on his truck. So I'm a light sleeper, bro. That's the other thing too.
Oh.
I'm a light sleeper, bro. Like you can't sneak up on me when I'm sleeping. Unfortunately, like, I wake up, dude, like any noise. So anyway, so yeah, so I recorded that and I was banging on the door and I was recording the whole entire time. And then obviously nothing. So then I walked down the driveway and I just started banging on the windows.
Oh shit!
Yeah, well, they gotta stop the dog from barking, man.
Como loco, ¿no?
Yeah. Like, I started banging on the windows.
Pinches prostitutas baratas.
Wrong home.
Ay, perdón. Pinches perros.
Well, I gave him a suggestion. I said, buy a big speaker and blast it their way. And he was like, no.
They'll come out with beer.
Bro. So yeah, I started banging on their bedroom windows on the side of the house.
Damn.
Yeah, I was fucking pissed. If I'm up, you're up.
Are the dogs inside or outside?
Outside dogs. Yeah. All of them. Yeah, don't get me started on that, bro. Like,
pobres
perros. Pobres perros, no mames. So yeah, I was banging on the door, banging on the windows, bro. And they have in the front of their house, they have a camera, and it turned on.
So you could, so they could see that as you.
So yeah, they saw. Yeah, they turned their camera on when I was banging on the front door. Was it red light? It was LED. So it's like one of those cameras that are set up to where the camera's in the middle and there's LEDs surrounding
the blue light.
No. LEDs. So there's multiple lights. So it's for night vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I have mine off.
So this is not a ring. This is like mounted up on the eave of the roof. But yeah, dude. So when I was came back to the porch and I was banging again on the front window, I saw the camera turned on. So they knew who, you know what I mean? And then within a little bit, like somebody came and answered, and I was like, "Hey, sus perros, por favor, ya tienen rato." I was like, "Ay, okay, les voy a revisar." And I'm like, dude. So I went back to my side of the fence and I just waited there, and a fucking parade of people started coming out, and like they have many dogs, so like everybody was on the back and like, ugh. El cuñado y que no sé qué, y el señor de la casa y la señora y la hija y, it's like, fuck, dude, like.
Ahí sí hay arrimados.
De veras que sí hay, Tienen pinche piriquera. Like, gente arriba de gente.
Didn't they build in the back another unit?
They built
no permit. Call the city.
No permit, bro.
He's thought about it,
bro. The thought.
That's a big fine.
The thought crossed my mind, but I was like, you know what?
You can see their electricity line.
Yo, snitch them, rat them out, bro.
He's taking pictures of
I've had somebody connect an extension cable to our house.
Shut up.
And where my mom used to live on up here in Chile Vista.
Yeah.
I walked outside and I was like, why is there a random extension cord in it? Like went through our yard to the neighbors, and I was like,
crazy.
I'm like, what the fuck? The balls to like get into the yard, because there's like trees, so they had to come in through like our side gate to like plug it in. I was so mad,
bro. Somebody was tapping into my mom's fucking hose.
I
came to my mom's house, dude, and I was like, what is this? Dude, I was like, no. So I took off the...
Your mom would have never noticed. She doesn't really go out.
No, well, I noticed because...
The water bill would have been through the roof.
Yes, so what happened was, my mom called me over. She was like, hoy en la mañana, como que alguien había estirado la manguera desde la yarda hasta la calle, and they left it on.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude, they left the water on. Yeah,
God knows how long.
It's a couple years ago, but yeah, after that, I was like, all right, we're taking the spigot, not the spigot, but like the part where you turn it, took the screw off, and I took that piece off. So you need to have that piece, and so put it on, and then so we kept that piece inside the house.
They go to Home Depot and buy one.
But it stopped after that. Yeah. No, but watch out. Going back to so they finally came out, and the whole fucking circus of people, and I'm there on like chilling, like leaning on the brick wall between the properties, like watching them, and I'm still recording this entire time. I'm still recording, and the dude, finally everybody starts go back in. Nadie se disculpa, like nobody says, hey, we're sorry about the noise. We're sorry, like that. This is like the third time. It's been more times than that, but this is the third time that I've actually finally started speaking up. Either called the cops or called animal control, or in this case, I just went over myself because I didn't want to wait for the cops because they're going to take another hour and a half. So I needed to sleep. So I figured this would be the fastest way. Big mistake.
It got worse?
Yes. I should have called the cops. Porque se ponen bien huevudos. They get big balls when it's just like person on person. But when the cops come and they see what's going on.
Well, they have all these extra arrimados there. Yeah. And you're just one.
Well, yeah, it's just me. Yeah, that's my mom. That's funny you said. That's what my mom says. She's like, don't provoke them. And I'm like, dude, I can't just let shit go. Like I have, like when it was just my mom, they were just doing shit to her. And she was, and then when I moved in and I was like, what the fuck's going on with this? What the fuck's going on? I started noticing things and I'm like, nah, what the fuck? Like, and that's when I started pushing back. Ooh, they got pissed. Yeah, everybody, everybody gets mad when you push back. But they say like, give an inch, take a mile. That's what the neighbors do. Especially my mom, she's elderly. So, when I started pushing back, now people get mad because I push back. But, so I ended up waiting outside for the whole dog and pony show to end and everyone's going back in. And, it's like pushing 4:00 in the morning. And ni siquiera una disculpa, like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is the third time, like, that I've actually spoken up and done something. And they were about to go inside the house and not say nothing to me. And at the last second, like, I got mad because I could tell they didn't even look over at me. You know what I mean?
Gabriel just wants to be acknowledged.
Bro, yeah, well, straight up, yes.
The level of disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like, como si nada. Pinche gente orgullosa. You know what I mean? Like, this fucking pride. I'm like, hey, at least say sorry. Yeah, build the wall. They're from TJ. But, it's like, hey, like, at least dispensa.
But would you want to hear a sorry if they don't mean it?
That's just woman logic right there.
Well,
no, it's just like, because it's so easy to
now
just
who's red pill?
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to just be like, sorry, and not really give a fuck.
Yeah. Because then you'll be like, you don't even mean
I do it all the time at work.
I need them to acknowledge it. That's the point, right? I need them to acknowledge, like, hey, that's my bad, right? Because if the shoe was on the foot, I would acknowledge. You're like, hey, dispensa, señor, blah, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at least like, hey, my bad. Like, my dogs were barking. But nope, nothing, dude. And then finally, right before he went in, I was, like something inside of me, dude. I was like, señor, mande, it's like, señor, like, creo que ya estuvo bueno con sus perros, ¿no? That's all I said. Creo que ya estuvo bueno con sus perros. Like,
salió la esposa.
Bro.
Sí, puto.
But
pues ahí llévate mi marido.
He got so fucking mad that I said that to him. Because he's an older man, dude. Like, he's like an, older guy.
And you're low-key saying, like, put your dogs down.
Well, I'm low-key saying, like, hey, you need to do something permanent about your dogs. Either get rid of them.
Inside the house.
Inside the house. That's what the cop told them. That was the first time when they called the cops. That's so crazy you say. That's exactly what the cops suggested when I had called the cops the first time. But they don't do shit. You know what I mean?
Or like it's hora de dormir, los perros van adentro.
Sí, sí. Dude, pobres perros están todos jodidos.
In the garage or something they get them?
Yeah, dude. They were putting him inside of a shed.
Do they even have a garage?
They don't. They're locking him up inside of a shed for a little bit, and they're still screaming. And they were screaming.
Yeah, because they're not used to it.
Yeah, they're not used to being inside of a shed. So yeah, dude. So I mean, it's not like out of the realm of I'm not out of pocket being like, hey, dude.
How many dogs do they have?
When they first started, it was like 9.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like 2-3 dogs, bro.
No.
9 dogs.
I was going to say like 4.
No. People don't give a fuck, bro.
Nah.
And so as soon as you start pushing back, now they get mad because I've been letting them slide with that for a while. But that's what created all the conflict with my neighbors and I. So, yeah, dude, it's like they got the spotlights, like the floodlights pointed at my house.
Those are pretty bad.
They got dogs. Yeah, of course they are. You know what I mean? So they started out with like 9 dogs. Here's the other thing. Pinches perros, pobres perros. That's the other thing too, is like, once I started recording and I started like, looking and paying attention, it was like, I got to do something. I started noticing shit. And that's when I started noticing like, these dogs are like fucked up. Right?
What do you mean?
Like underfed?
Yes. Starving. Like, you can see their ribs.
Oh, shit.
Like, they're all
Isn't there like something like CPS for dogs?
Yes. Yeah. Animal control. So check this out. So I started like recording the dogs barking because the proof, again, remember I was telling you earlier, like if you're going to accuse somebody of something, you got to have proof, right? Like that's my thought process, right? Don't just make accusations, proof. So, so when I report you, I'm going to have receipts. But then that's when I started noticing, like, wait, like, didn't you guys have 9 dogs? Why do you only have 7 now? Why do you only have 6 now? Why is there
they started dying?
Bro, why do you only have 5 now? They started disappearing. Yeah.
They're in your backyard.
Bro.
Imagine.
Yeah, bro.
Pet cemetery back
then. But, and then one day when I was back there, I saw that dude, they don't buy them dog food. They typical leftovers, bro. Like típicos pinches paisas. Like they, like whatever tables. And that's why they're so underfed. They're not eating enough. So that, when I was like looking, when I peek over the fence, when they'd be barking nonstop, I'd peek over with the camera and I'd be recording. And then I was like, oh shit. And then that's when I started noticing, like, dude, feces everywhere, bro. Like all over the cement. Like they have cement back there and just dog poop everywhere, bro. Like flies, dude, flies everywhere. Like the green, like shit flies were coming over to our side of the fence.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And it's right outside where our kitchen is at. You know what I'm saying? So our kitchen door open and that where they kept all the dogs is right there. So once I started like, oh, this is where all those green flies are coming from. This is where, you know what I mean? So I started amassing all of this evidence like, oh, this is animal abuse.
Oh, low-key.
You know what I mean? Like it just kind of clicked in my head. I was like, oh, these dogs are fucking desperately barking all the time because they want to be fed. They're hungry. Like their bowls are always empty. They barely ever they had one water bowl for like all those dogs.
Damn.
And the water bowls get nasty. And then I started noticing one of the dogs like was always like running into shit or get stuck in corners. Dude, the fucking dog was blind.
Oh, that's fucked up,
bro. Like I just
Poor
started
thing.
Poor thing, dude.
And it couldn't eat because it didn't know where the food bowls were at. And you know what I mean? Like that's a dog that needs extra care. Dude. So that's when I started noticing. I was like, oh, it just clicked. I was like, oh, this is animal abuse. And the reason they're barking so much is because they're hungry.
They're hungry, yeah.
Yeah, they're starving. So then, I was like, oh, fuck. I think I might have to report them for this. You know what I mean? Like at that point, I was like mad that their dogs wouldn't shut the fuck up. But as soon as I started seeing the conditions, I was like, oh. Then I started feeling bad for the animals, dude. And then I got mad at them. I was like, fuck these people, dude. Like they don't give a fuck about animals. Mm-hmm. Like gente que nomás tienen perros nomás para tenerlos. And I was like, ugh. All right. So they got lucky, dude. So one day, I always get my steps in, right? I always go out and I always go walk daily. Every day I get my steps in. So I put my earpods in and I'll go walk the neighborhood, right? So one day I was coming home and I could hear the dogs like a few houses away. So I was like, oh, they're especially loud. Yeah. So I started recording as I'm walking, as I'm walking up to the house, like I'm started recording. And then, I come up and I go into my backyard and I'm like walking towards their fence and with the camera already rolling. I did not notice that neighbor just happened to be doing like some fucking Baisa repairs on their Baisa home extension. He was standing on the roof of their house.
While you were recording?
While I was recording. I didn't see him on the roof doing the repairs. And I'm like recording the dogs. Wow, nonstop. And so I come up to the fence and I step up on like I had put like a crate. So I was stepping on the crate and I was recording the dogs. And all of a sudden I hear, ¿Qué estás haciendo?
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Bro, ¿qué estás haciendo? And I'm like, I was like, oh.
Reverse.
Bro, and then I looked up and the man was up on the roof of his house. And I go, and I doubled down, bro. I was like, what do you think I'm doing? Like, I'm recording the dogs barking, like, obviously, right? And I'm recording the fucking dogs, and I didn't stop recording. I didn't stop rolling.
Did you record him?
Yes. Yeah. I put the camera towards him a little bit. I was like, ¿Qué crees que estoy haciendo? Te estoy preguntando, ¿qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué crees que estoy haciendo? Like, tell me, what do you see? Like, the whole entire time the dogs are barking, right? So the whole entire time, roar, roar. And so imagine this scenario, dogs, barr, barr,
and then
barr,
trying to yell
barr,
over them.
Barr, barr, and then yelling over me, ¿Qué estás haciendo? Barr, 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 barr. ¿Qué crees que estoy haciendo? Burr, 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 burr. You know what I mean? Pointing the camera at the dogs. Burr, burr, burr. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing? Stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shut your fucking dogs up, idiot. Plain dumb. Bro, tell me how come this fucking dude calls to his son who's inside the attic bedroom that they built. And he's like, hey, give me my camera.
Right? To record you.
Yes. He grabs his camera
or give me my phone.
His phone.
It's because
I'll bring out my cinema.
No, it's because my neighbor on 4th of July, when she asked her daughter for the phone, she said, bring me my camera. And the daughter brought her the phone. That's why I was like, did he say camera or phone?
I didn't hear.
Because they're all crazy.
I didn't hear what he said.
If you call your phone your camera.
He gave same shit. He gave him the phone, right? So he takes out the Android phone.
Choppy talk.
See, wait. He takes out the Android, and I didn't stop, bro. I kept on. I'm not doing anything wrong. So, I took the camera over to him a little bit, and I see him, just to record him, like taking out his camera. But I pointed back towards the dogs who were barking, and then I hear him say, "Que esto sirve de evidencia que el vecino ande de stalker." A stalker.
Oh, fucking baby reindeer over here,
bro. Que sirve de evidencia que el vecino está de stalker.
Damn,
bro. And I laughed, dude. I was like, pfft. On the camera, I watched the footage over, and I was like, this motherfucker. These people do anything but take responsibility for their fucking dogs, dude. Like, roar, roar. The entire time this whole thing is the background music is the dogs.
They probably don't hear him anymore, right?
Dude,
probably, yeah.
It's like moms with kids. We zone
like
them out.
The dogs don't shut the fuck up. And so I'm like, dude, so check this out. So that happened. This was like it was on a Tuesday because I was going to the mic on Tuesday night. So this happened Tuesday afternoon. So next thing you know, I bounced. You know what I mean? It was like, I don't know, it was like 5 in the afternoon, 6 or whatever. Tell me how come when I come home, come to find out the cops had been at my house.
Looking for you?
Yes.
El stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. They called the cops on me. And I'm like, excuse me? But, so I was like, oh, fuck, okay. So what I did, I went straight to police headquarters the very next day in the afternoon.
I'm here to turn myself in.
Yeah. I'm here to turn. Yeah.
Your name? Baby Reindeer. Martha.
You haven't seen it? Yeah, but another one I haven't seen.
Have you seen it? No. Oh my God, dude.
No spoilers.
No fucking.
Pero, como te digo, yeah, dude. So I went to the police headquarters. They had no evidence of that happening. So they told me, oh, you need to call the non-emergency line, and then their system is different than our system. I was like, well, that's weird. So I was like, all right. So I got on. So like a couple of days later, I called, Chile Vista, non-emergency, and I'm like, hey, this and this happened on this night, blah, blah. The neighbors called the cops on me, blah, blah. I go, I need to talk to the officer that came that night. I want to talk to them specifically, not any officer, that officer. They're like, oh, he's off. Like, he didn't come back till Monday. I was like, ugh. So I was like, all right, dude, I tried to hunt that motherfucker down, bro. And that following Monday, I called again. They told me he works overnight. So he starts at 10 p.m. and he gets off like at 8 or whatever the time. But, he works overnight. So, bro, I called again on that following week to try to get specifically him. And I told him exactly what happened, what was going on, and I needed to talk to him. And motherfucker never showed.
So, damn, this guy really is a stalker.
Yeah, now I'm stalking him.
Now you're stalking the cop.
Yeah, I'm stalking the cop. I was like, no, fuck that, dude. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, no, fuck, call the cops. I wish I was home when you know what I mean? Like, dude, and why do you call like hours later after I'm already gone? Call then and there in that moment, right? Like, the fuck?
They got more important shit to deal with.
Bro, so it's just been like, dude, like, oh, you're gonna make yourself the victim and use the police to be. This is why the police never come out for fucking calls, because people be calling for some stupid bullshit like this. So then when there's actually something legitimate, you know what I mean? Like, they don't Like they're held up doing some other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So they never came, dude. I stayed up like till like 3 o'clock in the morning waiting for a phone call, for anything. Cops never came, dude. Never came. So now I'm like, dude, these neighbors are now wasting police resources. They're on, it's a fake call. It's a fake call. That's illegal, right?
Meanwhile, on paperwork, you're a stalker.
Well, he didn't press charges. Oh, that was the other thing. I was like, hey, so like he pressed charges, but like he is called, but did he like, oh, he just wants you to leave him alone. And I'm like,
he just filed a report. That's what it is.
But there's a paper trail though.
He did not file the report. Did not file, because if you file, you have to sign.
Oh.
And you have to, so you have to, so he was saying, check this out. So he claimed.
But there's still an incident report number.
Yeah.
There is an incident report, but that is not the same as a police report.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a paper trail.
There's
Chile.
That's what I feel like my neighbor's done to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, exactly. Like, so that all happened. I was frustrated because I couldn't, I want to talk to the damn cop, but he didn't come. And I've tried several times to reach out. They're like, they don't want to talk to me, dude. That's obvious. They don't come to my house when I call, and I'm like, hey, I want to clear this shit up. So
you're marked already.
So
he's a red dot. So
I ended up, not yet, bro. Let them try. See, that's the other thing too. If they try, I'm going to expose them, bro. I will. I have enough evidence. Unlike them, I actually have evidence.
All the builder permits missing and shit.
No, that's something that's separate, bro. But I'm just saying, specifically for this, stalking them, dude. He
just wants the dogs to shut up.
Yes. That's, again, people do and that's funny because on that video that I took of him on that moment, I said out loud, these motherfuckers, these fucking people do everything but take responsibility for their fucking dogs.
Dogs are annoying, bro.
Bro. And that's exactly what they're doing. How you gonna, dude, acknowledge that your dogs are annoying. No, I'm gonna call the cops on you because you're
like, yo, my bad,
harassing
bro.
me. You're harassing me, dude. No, that's some bullshit, bro. Hey, you had 9 dogs, and then that's just the front house. The back house has a couple too. They don't.
God damn.
Yes, dude. Same all the same family. All the same. It's
I wonder if both of your neighbors are related.
See, wait.
She doesn't have dogs.
Wait.
No, but in family.
Dude. So yeah, it's it's crazy how the links that I have to go to. So that had happened, and then again, I always get my steps in. So if I'm behind, I go out, and so I'm walking the neighborhood, and I see 3 cops posted, and I was like, ooh, here's my chance on a fucking cut. So I came up to him. I was like, hey, officer, excuse me, blah blah. And I started talking. And I started chatting them up. Right, I gave them the gist of what was going on. Those cops told me, I told them about the dogs, I told them about the party and late at night, and they've already heard it before. They were like, oh yeah. And then the cops left and the party got going again. I was like, yes. He's like, yep. They also told me that I should get a restraining order
on them. But what is that going to do?
Over the dogs and the noise, because he said, I don't know why, but he said, because that gives us more teeth and ability to do something when they do violate it in the future. So if there is a restraining order on them for noise, whether it be dogs, parties, or both, or whatever, and there is a restraining order in place, any noise, they are now in violation of that restraining order, and they can actually do something about it. They can pick somebody up because they are now in violation of a restraining order. And I was like, ugh, I got to do all that bullshit.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, I just want to be.
Yes, I want, yeah.
Quiet.
I just wanted to fucking be quiet between, 11 p.m. and 8 o'clock in the morning. That's it.
You know that shit affects your personal life, having a restraining order? My friend had one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he couldn't get a job, and it was all bullshit too. The girl just lied.
Yeah.
Just to cause they were dating. She cheated on him, whatever, and he took the car away. He bought a car for her, and he took it back. He's like, "It's my car. If you don't want to be with me, whatever."
It's in my name.
I went with him to pick it up.
Before?
But was it under?
It was under his name.
His name, then
I went with him to grab it. The cops he's like, "No, I want to do this right." The cops showed up, and it happened to be women cops, and they were giving him the most shit ever.
Oh hell!
You're just gonna take the car away from her. Oh, how's she supposed to take her daughter to school?
They had her back. Honestly, what they do is they look at the registration.
No, they were giving him shit.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Can we just go? I just want to grab the keys from her, and she gave me the keys. I grabbed the car. But anyways, she put a restraint on him. That affected his like. He had to like acknowledge. Like I think he had to like disclose.
But he had to go to court for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if she had proof, then they would.
I don't like. Yeah. I just remember like, damn, she put a restraint. Maybe he was stalking her.
Because I was gonna do a restraining order on someone, and you have to go to court. And
do both of them show up?
You have to.
We both have to show up.
Okay.
They have to acknowledge.
The judge,
okay.
And then the judge.
So both people actually have to show up.
Both of us.
Ooh, I think I might have to do that.
Yeah, they have to
get all my evidence lined up.
I think they have to like. They have a chance to like defend themselves.
I think it needs to. Something had to have happened within 30 days for you to put a restraining order.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. It has to have something had to have happened. I just know that both people have to be there. And they both have to show sign. Up. And if the other person doesn't show up, it'll get granted.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, fuck, man. I've been trying to stay. Yeah, I've been trying to not do that.
I would have done it.
It's time to go extreme, Gabriel.
Yeah, I've been trying. Yeah, dude. I've been trying. Like all this passive aggressive shit that they've been doing. So ever since that incident with the dogs, and then the incident like a couple weeks later with the fucking party in the back, and I called the cops and I was like, hey, dude, it's fucking 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, time to shut it. Dude, the cops came and they left and they kept the shit going till 6 a.m. I didn't sleep till 6.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Like they blasting, being loud, fucking karaoke.
Did you not go to like family parties when you were young? I sleep right through that shit.
No, you know what?
It's like a comfort for me, actually.
We did, but not all the time.
You know how like kids sleep on the chair?
Yeah. I was never like
kids.
Oh no,
my mom's not a party person.
Oh, I was.
Like we would go to parties, but we leave.
Oh.
Yeah. My mom was always like, all right, like we go, we show up, then tus regalos, blah blah, and then we bounce.
Oh.
We'd be out by like 10, 11.
I remember sleeping on chairs. As a kid.
You put both chairs together.
Yeah. Put the kid down.
They put the jacket on you, bucket the Edmonds.
No. So that's crazy. I'm trying to avoid that, but yeah, I think
that would be the best bet. I would do it.
Because I've been saying like, I wish. Because like every single time I've tried to talk to them about it, given it's been at like 3:30 in the morning, right? I wake them up. Oh, that was the other thing they told the cops, because they're referring to the time when I was banging on their windows. They're like, he's trespassing. I want him to
low key.
Vino como un loco.
That's right. Yeah. They said I was trespassing.
They got you on camera too.
Yeah, they said I was banging on the front fucking door, bro. Yeah. And I had a reason to be, right? So they said they caught me trespassing on their property, like making shit up, dude. Like,
well, I mean, they're not making it up.
I wasn't trespassing. Is knocking on someone's fucking door trespassing?
Did you have to go through a gate?
Nope.
Oh.
I walked right up to their front door, bro.
Where were the windows? Is it the side windows?
Yeah.
See that? Then
there's no gate.
The front door.
There's no gate. You know what I mean?
Sounds like they're gonna put a restraining order on you.
And I had a reason to be there, right? So like they embellished to the cops when they called.
So they did a better job complaining than you.
In a way, yes.
Because the cops came to look for you.
But because when you go and do something, you're not doing it with the intent of being an asshole. Yeah. Like, you're just more like, hey, so it's like anybody else that came and knock on your door. They're going to be like, hey, your dogs, and they're not going to mind. But the fact that he went and banged on the doors and all that, I think for them was like, it's 3 a.m. Well, yeah, but your dogs,
Yeah. I brought it up to them when their dogs were doing it. I brought it up to them while they're having the party. The best time to bring it up is exactly when you're doing it, right? If your fucking dog is doing something you don't want it to do you like roll up the newspaper and smack it on the, or squirt it with the bottle or whatever the fuck you want to you know what I mean? Do you do it later or do you do it in the moment that they're doing it? Right? So you bring it up when they're doing it, not later on. Hey, vecino, ya que has dormido bien. You know what I mean?
Pero yo no.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing is like, hey, so you all are getting pissed off at me because I'm bringing it up. I woke you up at 3, but guess what? Your dogs have been waking me up at 3, whatever in the morning for a long time. Yeah. And I'm now fucking fed up and I'm now doing something about it. And I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Your dogs are going nonstop.
What about their neighbors from the other side? Do they complain? The ones to their right. Because you're to their left.
I have talked to other neighbors and they do complain, but they don't want to escalate.
They don't want any problems with the neighbor.
Yes,
because it's gonna get worse.
They're like, let Gabriel do it.
Fucking
yes.
They're fucking pussies. And yes, that's exactly what some of the neighbors do. They know I'm fed up with it because I'm right next to them. They're like a few doors down from them. But okay, so the neighbors on the other side of the dog neighbors in the party, you know, like the same house, right? The front house is dogs, and then the back house is dogs and parties. So it's same all family, right? The house on the other side of them, they're brand new. They've been there maybe like 1 or 2 years.
Have you gone in like, hey, let's team up?
Check this. Yes. Yeah, I wanted.
That's always the strategy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. And one day that the dogs were going, it was during the daytime. Dogs were going non-fucking stop one day. Like, I'm not exaggerating, like easily over an hour nonstop. Row, 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 row. Would not stop. And I went outside. I was like peeking over the fence. And I saw people on the other side of the other fence. I saw the tops of their heads. And I was like, ooh, there's people over there. And I go, I know what I'm going to do. So
I'm gonna go
I went over there. I went over there playing dumb. I was like, hey, excuse me. Like,
perros.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. Yes.
How do I know him so good?
That's what I fucking did.
We've been friends for so long.
Dude, that's exactly what I did. I played dumb. I went over there. I was like, hey, excuse me. Like, hey, how's it going? Like, hey, my name is Gabriel. I live 2 doors down, blah, blah. I was like, hey, man. I go, like, I hate to bother you, man. But I mean, dude, like, are those your dogs that are barking? Like, it's getting to be a bit much, man. Like, I'm so sorry, but I don't want to, like.
So you were nice to them.
I was nice to them.
He's trying to buy them.
No, but he could have tried that.
Nah, I already know it. I already knew it was not their dogs, dude.
No.
But I'm trying to, like, I'm feeling them out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man. And the guy goes, as soon as I said about the dogs, like, hey, man, no disrespect, but your dogs, dude, like, they're going nonstop. Are those your dogs? And the look on that guy's face was like, ooh. No, those are not my dogs. Those are their fucking dogs. And they're right next to my bedroom window. And they don't shut the fuck up. He felt exactly like I did.
You guys bonded over that.
Bro, that neighbor was he was sick of him too. He was sick of him. But
is he still there?
Yeah, he still lives there. He's brand new neighbor, doesn't want to get no problems. He just moved in the neighborhood. He just bought the house. Like, he's trying to, he's not trying to, like, start up beef. But he told me you know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, those fucking dogs, dude, they don't shut the fuck up. Same thing. He feels exactly as I do. But again, like, neighbors, they don't want to get into problems with the neighbors. So they just stay quiet. You know what I mean? So it's like, I was like, hey man, I go, well, I told him, I was like, I'm about to go full Karen mode on these people. I go, it'd be cool, like, if you could back me up, like, blah, blah. And that's when he told me, he's like, I don't want no problems. Like, I don't want.
Damn, pussy.
Yeah. Well, I don't want there to be no beef.
I'd have been already next door.
Bro, I don't want there to be no beef, blah, blah, blah. Dude, there's like Vivi was telling you, there's multiple dogs, like, that don't shut the fuck up. There's 2 sets of beagles, right? The beagles, I don't know if you're familiar, but those fucking dogs, they howl.
Oh,
they don't
that's
bark.
right, because they're
like hunting dogs.
Yeah.
Barr, barr.
That's annoying.
Nonstop. Barr, barr. That's all they fucking do. So
I'm telling you, I would have recorded this audio and just replay it back to them.
In the speaker
and
system?
then leave the whole day. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, so there's another beagle on the other side of the alley from where I live. They also have a beagle. I talked to this dude. So there's a guy that lives closer to them. But again, through the alleyway, everything echoes, dude. They're like, that's like 2 properties over on the other side of the street, right? But I can still fucking hear the damn dog. So I talked to that guy. I bumped into him at the Walmart. And I was like, oh shit, what's up, bro? Blah, blah. He's like this white dude that was like in the fucking gang. You know what I mean? And he's like,
he's a Miklo?
Yeah, he's a Miklo. Yeah, he's a Miklo. And I was like, oh, what's up, blah, blah. You know, it was like, like we're both waiting in line. And then I just casually brought up like the dog, the beagle that's next to him. Cause I know, cause he lives in a motorhome at the back of the neighbor's house, the homeowner. And so I know he's like right there next to the fucking beagle. I was like, hey bro, like, so what's up with that those dogs right next to you, dude? He's like, oh, and the look on his face. As soon as I mentioned the dogs, like the look on his face was like, oh, I fucking hate those dogs, bro. Don't shut the fuck up and blah blah. I let him kind of like,
and vent. He's enjoying this.
Yeah.
He's like,
I was like, all right, this motherfucker's on my side, right? As soon as I started kind of like, hey, bro, like there's something that we can do about it.
I don't want no problems.
He goes, well, you know what? To tell you the truth, I'm kind of used to it now. Blah blah blah. Yeah, dude. Nobody wants to take like nobody.
That's weird. What do you fucking
like nobody? Yeah, because nobody wants no problems.
But what problems can possibly like? Well, I don't know. Because then they can fuck with your car.
They become jerks after. You know, the minute you complain and they don't like it, they become jerks. I mean, and it's like
Exhibit A.
Ahora que te voy a hacer.
Exhibit A right here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, for real.
Yeah.
Exhibit A. Like, what's going on with Vivi? That's what happens when you push back. Here's what I think. Like, these people, I can only speak for the people directly next door to me on one side. Like, they're paisas, bro. They're from Tijuana. Like, you know what I mean? So they got like this fucking attitude from TJ that it's like, it's mi casa and there's nothing nobody can say. Like, nobody can tell me what to do in my house. That's the Tijuana attitude. You know what I mean? Like, that TJ mentality is like,
music all late, nobody complains.
I'll be damned if some motherfucker is going to tell me what to do, what I can and can't do in my home, right? But that's over there in TJ. That shit don't fly here, right? Supposedly, right? You know what I mean? Because so far they're getting away with it, right? But like, it's like, ugh, like now I got to escalate. But the day that I, you know, of that Ryan Garcia steroid fight, earlier in the day, a different neighbor who had been living on our street for a long ass time down the street, they had full on banda at they had a party at their house for like one of the parents' birthday parties. They had a full on banda, todo el pedo. They were done by 10. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, from like 5, 6, they had banda going for like 5, 6 hours. 10 p.m., quiet. You know what I'm saying? Those are good. Yes, those are good neighbors. Cool, dude. Fucking party. Have fun. Full on banda, bro. Full on. I was looking at his IG. I was like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this fool's fucking there.
Kind of feeding into the whole stalker thing, bro.
I mean, if you know your neighbors, right? Yeah. I mean, you stalking her IG, what the fuck? So, but you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like, oh, all right, yeah, like they're doing it up. Cool. 10 p.m., done.
I'd rather have her neighbor than your neighbors.
Bro, nobody wants my neighbors.
Because yours, like, you close the door and it's done. Like, I'll check it on the camera later.
Mine's constant. Yes.
I could not do the dog situation because I've told them, like,
mine is 24 hours.
My mom's dog wasn't a barker either. She wouldn't bark. She, like I told you, foofy dog.
And it's an inside dog too.
Yeah, you know? But the bird, my mom had a bird.
Oh.
They wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Like one of those talking birds, or just like
it's just a parrot.
See.
It's like a little parrot. It doesn't talk. It's just
a little parakeets. Yeah.
It's a little parakeet.
Did it magically die?
And I'd be like, Simba, shut the fuck up, you know? And he would shut up, and then he would start. I couldn't even whistle around the house because he would think, oh, there's a bird.
Oh.
Yeah. So no, it didn't die. My mom moved out and took the bird with her. Now my sister deals with that.
Birds
she goes,
are
the
social.
bird. I was like, yeah, that bird.
Last one or no?
Yeah, I got one more.
All right. Well, I budgeted for all 3 of us to be drinking, but okay. Last one.
Yeah, you guys enjoy your beer.
Tecate.
It's like 2%. Salud.
It's actually pretty good too. It's chill.
Straight water.
Well, yeah, it's como que amargadito, pero you know what I mean? It's not really very strong. It's just kind of, you know.
It's just like like after work beer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I say you follow a restraining order.
Yeah. I say you follow a restraining.
Mine's different, and I'll tell you about it right now.
Yeah, so that's where my shit, it's like I have very few allies in my neighborhood because everybody has dogs.
The ones willing to speak out too. The ones that don't have
everybody has dogs. Like, call the cops, they never come. Like,
you're an avid cop caller, huh?
Wait.
With that shirt?
Bro, yeah, no, fuck the police.
That's exactly why he feels like that.
Yeah.
Because they don't show up.
Thank you. Dude, but, you know.
They see the caller ID.
What are you supposed to do, bro? What are you supposed to do? Like, I cannot enforce the law. What am I supposed to do? Go over there and handle it myself?
Little vigilante?
Right? Like,
stalker.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call the law enforcement. But it's not for bullshit, right?
Like, rat poison in the grass?
Nah, I know my miss.
Oh, that's too far.
That's That'll get you put in jail, dude. In this country, you don't play around with animals, fool. You can do whatever you want to people. Don't fuck with animals.
That's true, though. That's true.
You know what I mean?
But it's probably not even the dog's fault. They're just probably hungry.
Yeah.
Try feeding them. Maybe they'll shut the fuck up. You tried?
Bro, maybe, but what if the neighbors catch me?
Feeding them?
Yes.
Well, they have cameras.
So what? I mean, like, yo, you don't feed them?
If something happens to one of the dogs,
something happens to the dogs. Oh, he fucking poisoned them or whatever. Yeah, fuck no, dude. So
damn, tricky situation, huh?
Super tricky, bro. Wait, and that's just the neighbors on one side. I got the neighbors on this side. They got like fucking, not exaggerating, like 10 to 15 dogs. And then the neighbors directly on the other side of me got 4 dogs, little ones, that don't shut the fuck up.
Yap.
Yeah, dude.
I had a neighbor at the last apartment right above us. 2 dogs. I swear they would not stop barking. And the moment they would stop, you're like, don't move. Because if you even hit like the door, it would set them fuck off. So much that like we had security and we'd tell them like, yo, man, the fuck, bro, we trying to sleep. And he'd go up there and he's like, hey, your dogs, they're not barking. As they're barking behind him. And the security's like, what? And our landlord would be like, send us an email.
They don't hear them anymore, I tell you.
Complain till they got rid of the dogs.
See, wait.
But then the domestic violence started.
Oof.
So then maybe that's why the dogs were barking.
We would hear him like tossing her around. We'd have to call the cops. But again, they wouldn't they take their time by then.
Not here.
Fucking fight's over.
Different place.
Yeah, our old apartments,
No man. So it's, so one got a bunch of dogs on one side, bunch of dogs on the other side. And a whole other set of issues, like these people would park in my driveway, bro.
In your driveway.
In it.
That's disrespect.
Yeah, dude.
That's too much.
Yes, dude.
I would have got that thing towed.
Facts.
Bro. Well, okay.
I wouldn't have given a warning.
They would park, not when it was my mom by herself.
Doesn't matter. I would have called.
But like the same, like my mom.
Tow trucks they're like on call for that shit. They get all that money.
Parking in my driveway, they park like across my driveway. You know what I'm saying?
Blocking it,
where there's supposed to be grass.
No, across the driveway. So like the cutout for the where you pull in. So they were on the street,
but they're blocking
the driveway. That's how that's the effect of what's going on in my
life in the hood,
bro. Yeah, life in the hood.
Why can't you do a restraining order on yours?
Well, I was told that we couldn't because it has to be 150 yards away.
Oh, she's too close.
Mm-hmm.
She's too close. But then like somebody else told me that I could do it. So I'm so.
You don't know until you go in. Are you technically City of San Diego where you're at?
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, because I'm still technically, I'm right on, I'm Chula Vista. So
the attorney that was at the last HOA meeting said that I could.
Oh, that's right. You got to tell us about the HOA meeting. You had a HOA meeting with the attorneys.
Was she there?
No.
Oh.
It was just my side first, and then they would speak to her in a different meeting. So we'll never be face to face unless we're like in an actual court. We'll never.
I don't even think it'll be
restraining order. Restraining. Let us know. We're gonna go there and cover it.
Coming to you live from HOA
we're
meeting.
The podcast live from the courthouse.
I did record some of the conversations that I did have at the beginning of the meeting, but then I turned it off when I was showing them stuff.
On your phone.
Yeah. So I was like, whatever. I think I recorded like 8 minutes. They wanted to give me 10, but I took 30.
Oh, damn.
Well, because you had to show them shit.
I mean, think about it. You think that I'm going to be able to get everything across in 15 minutes? Everything that's been going on since 2019 to 2024.
Did you leave with them being like, damn, now she has a point? Or
so
are these like, these are their attorneys?
So let me go back to the whole Instagram.
Fuck.
It was faceless, right? It was just her. It had nothing to do with me. But some people started being mean. Like, you're stalking her, you're weirdo. Why are you posting her doing these things? Like, I don't see anything wrong with what she's doing. Some people didn't understand what was going on. But people started saying that I was the hater, that I was jealous of her, that I probably wanted her life. I said, excuse me? So then I was like, okay, let me post a couple pictures of myself so you can see who I am and tell me that I'm fucking hating on her. Because if I'm really hating on her, then I might as well just die.
Albondiga and pumpkin.
She's not, let me go put on my titty showers.
Gotta gotta show off the goods.
She's all fresh petty.
But no, actually, I don't think. No, most of my pictures were decent. Like
all conservative. Like,
she's a mom
this is
now.
how I dress most of the time.
She's a mom now. The titties stay tucked.
Shut up. This is how I dress most of the time.
But back in the day at Sidebar?
But that was when I was like 21.
I know. Respectable age to be
a whore.
Yeah.
I mean,
respectable
a low budget whore
to be
a low budget. You're gonna let him say that?
According to
was that low budget back then? No.
No, you were.
Were you married?
Huh?
Were you married back then?
I got married when I was 24.
Oh, you got married young.
Yeah.
You got married at the right time, bro.
24?
Yes,
that's young, bro.
For a woman, that's the perfect time. For a guy, that's young.
Yeah.
See, the red pill just
I think he was 27.
His body.
He was 27.
I was young too.
No, he was 26.
That's hella young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of young too, but.
Why you say his name?
I gotta bleep that, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
My bad.
No names.
Hey,
I'm like, dang.
I got comfy. My bad.
Took off the slides, just started spilling information.
I was like, geez. Another people are gonna look him
I'll
up.
bleep his name.
They ain't gonna fucking look him up.
Let me see what her man looked like.
And that was messy too, huh? I was getting.
With
I remember.
the ex?
Yeah, I remember. Like you were posting a little bit. It was like a little bit. It was sloppy.
Yeah, we're good now.
No, most divorces are though. Like,
the divorce itself wasn't too bad.
Oh, that's cool.
It was the argument.
You were.
No.
You remember? I'm not tripping, right?
Right. I'm not tripping. I'm surprised at how like
I handle situations.
No, I was surprised at the fact that you could have gotten more out of your divorce than what you did, and you didn't.
Oh, I was gonna say, I remember like
your ex-husband should be thankful for, like, you did very little damage to him. You know that saying, like, for divorce is like, oh, it's cheaper to keep her. Like, she is, as far as
that's why they're cool.
As
now.
far as yeah, probably too. As far as American divorces go, right? Like divorces in this country,
red pill time.
Guys get fucked, right?
Yeah.
Sí o no? Sí o no? That's not
For
red
the
pill.
most part, I'll agree with that.
That's not.
Especially in California.
That's not red pill. That's just factful. Like, especially in California. Yes. So as far as what she could have gone after, when she was telling, I was like, damn, bitch, you nice
let
as
him off
fuck.
light?
Yes. The money's not what matters to me.
Yeah.
I'd rather have peace of mind and be able to sleep at night with myself than taking the money from someone, because I believe that money is more important to men, but feelings are more important to women.
She did not hamstring him.
Does your neighbor know him?
No.
Maybe she's like, oh, this.
No. She don't.
Damn, I'm still trying to find the angle.
Like, hey, as far as like divorces go, like you dap you up, girl, because all right, like
respectable.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I want my kids to be happy, and if I'm fine, they're fine. So even with child support, when we went to court, they're like, you owe her back pay. And I stood there and I told the judge, I've been fine this far, and so have my girls. I'd rather start next month.
Oh, damn.
No, and she was like, I can tell you're doing this for the right way. You're not just because, oh, I can get this much out of you.
Yeah, you weren't trying to like fucking hurt the guy.
No.
Like, trying to like.
No, because I've always said
like vindictive and
she
shit.
I think she saw like the long picture. Like it's gonna be better if we're cool later on than, because then when it's like that child support, it's gonna be bitter the whole. You know what
hurt him the most? His 401k hurt him the most.
I bet that shit must have been
nice.
And
guess what I did with the 401k?
Give it back to him?
I didn't touch it.
Oh, that's what's up.
Although I was entitled.
That's what I'm saying,
they
dude.
told me I was entitled to a certain portion of his 401k. Yeah. I left it because at the end of the day, I have what I want, which is my girls.
Oh, full time?
He has them sometimes, and then I have them for the most part. But for me, my kids' mentality is more important than money. Yeah.
Yeah, because then he could have gone and been like, your mom ain't shit.
I mean, I didn't take a lot of his money.
You took some.
I took some, but it was.
I think you're also kind of
defend him, bro. This is your friend right here.
Well, I'm saying, I'll
tell you what I got.
Fair, bro.
I'll tell you what I got.
Stop fucking instigating.
I'm not instigating.
Trying to instigate over here. She's your friend, bro.
But I'll tell you what I did get. I did get 50% of the equity from the house that we bought.
That's dope.
I took that.
Prostituta barata donde?
And get right. And
Costó bien caro, güey.
No, wait. Because at the beginning, I even told the judge, I just don't want to live in that house. I don't want the house. I don't care. I'd rather be happy and be broke than have all this money and be super unhappy. But the judge said no, because you guys bought that house when you guys were married. You're entitled to half of what you either sell it for or half of the equity. And he wanted to keep the house.
Oh, so he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
That's what's up.
For me, I'm out. I'd rather make new memories somewhere else.
That's smart.
You know, and I mean, my kids still go there. They have their bedrooms, and I still go.
You did handle that very well, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, considering what she could have done.
She could have crippled this man.
Yeah, she could have. She could have hamstringed him
I
completely.
took off the spousal support.
Oh, what is it? Alimony?
Yeah. No vagina money.
All I get is
I mean alimony.
That's
all I get is child
Forgive
support.
his red pill spillage.
Shout out Tom Likas.
all I get is child support.
Yeah, I mean, which is what you should be getting.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
that's about it. Like,
you gotta support your kids for sure.
That lady probably thinks that you live off of that shit.
So I work 4 days a week.
Shit, bro.
The thing
That's
is,
the thing. She don't know shit.
But she can assume that.
So she assumes that because I work 4 days a week.
And in the morning too, right?
In the morning. So I'm gone, but with my kids in the morning, and I come back with my kids by what, 3:30, if that.
So she's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's like, what kind of job does she have? And I be leaving work. Let's say I go in at 9:00 on the weekends. I be leaving my house at 9:05. So this lady probably thinks, like, oh, 20-30 minutes to drive wherever the hell she's going, and then now she's back. Like, damn, this bitch does not work.
Yeah.
And in reality, I worked my 5.90 something hours because I was late. It is what it is. I just work 4 days and I make enough money.
She's mad.
She's mad that I make enough money in 4 days.
Wonder what she does.
In 5 to 6 hour shifts. And that's it. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm at home.
You have 3 kids?
I have 3 girls.
She probably is like, oh, that's all child support.
She's talked. The only thing that.
Does she talk to the kids?
No, she's never directed any words to my kids, but she's talked about them to me. Because I'm like, what is your issue? Like, what's your concern? She's like, your kids. I'm like, what about my kids? My kids are well taken care of.
Call CPS, bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I wish she would. I honestly wish she would.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
So they can come and check.
Let's get to the fucking bottom of this shit already, man. Like, fuck, man. I'm tired of you fucking talking. Action.
They should allow like a friendly fade, like, where
some states
like
they do.
Texas does, like monitor like
mutual combat.
Yeah.
Like,
go ahead. We're gonna be here. Make sure don't get too crazy.
No one kills each other. No. So after
make sure nobody pulls a strap.
Yeah.
So after the TikTok blew up, right? Me and her got into it one day because she was out there talking to herself. It's the video where she's going like, "Y los pelos de su panocha." She's talking about the dog hairs, and she's like something about los pelos. And I opened the door.
She's performing for your camera.
No, the camera wasn't there yet.
Oh no.
No. This is when I came out with my phone. This is right. The day after.
Was she fake talking on her phone?
No. This
she
is
does
where
that
she
too,
was
though,
wearing
right?
yellow. Yeah, she does that. She was wearing yellow, and this was like literally a day before we got the camera. And that's when she comes out and she goes, "Los pelos de su panocha," and this and that. I was like, I opened the door because I heard her talking, and I'm recording, and I'm like, "What did you say?" And you can see her talking to me, but she's not looking at me. Again, she's talking at me, and she goes, "Los pelos de su panocha," and I'm just like, I'm right here.
Man, who's she talking? She might be crazy.
And then she started talking about my kids.
Oh no.
And she's like, "You cheap whore." And I was like, "Why are you so worried about me? Why are you so invested in my life?" And she's like, "Your children." And I'm like, "What about my children? They're well taken care of." And that's when she's like, "You send them to the dumpster to get food so you can afford your car." And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, pocket watching.
This bitch is delusional. Like, she's
nah,
crazy.
she might be real crazy.
Yeah.
So that happened, right? And then we installed the camera. No, she's done a lot of weird things, a lot. Then like she would leave constantly at 1 a.m. all the time, midnight, and wouldn't come back home till like
not that you're
3,
watching
4.
her. That's what I thought.
No, this is after when I put the camera up because of all the shit that she was doing.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh, she's getting dick.
But she'd leave with her daughter.
Oh.
She would take her daughter with her.
Wow.
You said she's 20, right? She's fair game to be
my neighbor from upstairs.
Según el vato de ser, they're too young.
My neighbor from upstairs has said, "Why don't you buy an Apple tag and put it in her car to see where she goes?" And I was like, I looked at him and I was
bring
like,
charges on you for that.
That's Gabriel status. Stop me.
No, and I looked at him and I said, she's not that important. Like,
that's
for
too
me
much.
to care where she's
That's
at,
crazy.
like, honestly, I was like, I don't care that much.
So hack into her phone, send yourself her location.
Yeah. So she would, like I tell you, she used to leave at weird hours, and I was like, maybe she has a night job, maybe she cleans offices.
But she takes her daughter.
I don't know. She takes her daughter. Yeah,
that's what makes you think the daughter
but
maybe has like a, like a
on
she's
the
on the spectrum, because if she's always with her.
Also,
the daughter did catch
Gen
me.
Z-ish is kind of like desensitized to a lot of this shit, bro. Like I've noticed with my nephew, he's 21. He's gonna turn 21. I don't know. He's kind of disconnected. Like he grew up with technology, and you know what I mean. Like and I see a lot of that in that girl. Like just in those videos that you post, I'm like, she's kind of disconnected from the real world a bit. You know what I mean? Kind of like lives on the device.
I feel like she's in her 20s, but she acts like she's like 15.
Yeah, I mean, from our, because we're looking at it from our millennial point of view, where we kind of grew up without technology up to a point, and then we had it. But I see her, like, tell me I'm wrong. Kids are always on devices, right? Mm-hmm. Like in public, when I go out and get my steps in, I see kids below a certain age, like under 30. Okay, adults. I'm talking about adults on their devices. Even sometimes adults, like walking down the sidewalk, not aware of their surroundings, right? Like I'm walking, bro, and like if I look down to skip a song or something, I'm eyes up and I turn around. You know, I'm always aware of my surroundings. But that girl, whenever I see her walking down the breezeway, or
I think she's embarrassed though.
I think she's just like,
that's what I thought. I was like, she must be like,
she's just,
my mom's fucking embarrassing.
I think she's embarrassed.
That could be a possibility, but
then how has she not seen the Instagram or the TikTok?
I have no idea.
Maybe she hasn't. She's like, I can't show my mom. She might go across from here.
I feel like that's her only friend. I almost want to be like, blink twice if you need help, 'cause I'll help you.
Have you seen other people like
Never.
her age, girls her age coming
Nobody's ever been over. Nobody. I'm telling you, for the first time I saw that one guy that went to go repair something and he was in and out in 20 minutes. But prior to that, I have not seen anybody go in and out. And I've had that camera since 2023. Nobody has gone in and out. Not even a kid, a woman, a man, a child. Nobody. Just them two.
Damn. Maybe she is a little.
The neighbor accused me of that.
Of what?
Of just fucking not having a life. Like. Yeah. The neighbor at the back house when they were having the party at 3:30, and I finally was like, "Hey guys, it's done. It's time to cut it off. Like it's fucking 3:30. I'm trying to sleep." And the lady,
when she was talking shit,
she was talking shit to me, right? Because the husband was like, "Oh, despensa," but she was like, "No," and she started fucking going off on me. And then she was like, I remember she told her friend, like, "Turn it all the way down. Así está bien, así está bien." And I was like, start talking like, no, it's because you guys are, así está bien. You guys are being, así está bien. Like she kept on repeating, así está bien, así está. Like she was so
She's
mad.
being a smart ass.
Yeah. She was just fucking, and I'm like, oh, you're used to talking to your husband like that. You know,
you fucking analyzing their
personal.
Well, in that moment, I fucking realized, like, all right, I just let her repeat it. Like
Gabriel's like, tell me about your relationship with your mother.
Well, no, because I kept on trying to talk to her. Because she would, así está bien? And I try to reply.
I'd be like, ¿estás peda?
Yeah, well, she was too. Yeah,
I know, but that would have been my response.
They were. But I mean, again, my style is not like, I don't want anybody to have anything like to say against me. So when they called the cops, like, you know, the neighbors called, they had to make up lies. They made it up. You know what I mean? That's how I know I'm on the right. Because when they called the cops on me, they had to make shit up about me to be able to call the cops, because if the cops were like, if they told the cops the truth, operator would be like, yeah, that's nothing illegal. Like, why are you calling us? Which is probably what happened with your neighbor. Like, okay, once they got there. But
why would the cops show up? Like, I wonder what she said. She's going to bang down the door.
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm afraid for my life or something.
With her white back.
Once they
she
got
called
there.
Me that too.
She called you white back?
Oh, yeah.
She's not on the internet. The term is big back now.
Espaldona.
No, she said that. She's like, está bien espaldona con su white back.
Damn.
And then I came home from Costco carrying all this shit, and my friend's like, "That's just not heavy." I was like, "Nah, my wide back's got it."
Yeah, it's built to fucking carry these big old titties.
I was about to say the back is for the titties.
Pretty much. And at first I was like,
she said pretty much.
I mean, it is what it is. They are heavy. At one point I was like, is she talking about me or is she talking about my daughter? Because
you weren't sure,
because my daughter doesn't look her age. Like, just
she looks older.
My daughter is even taller than me.
She's taller than you, yeah.
You know, she doesn't look her age. She doesn't even look like she's in middle school. She looks like she's in high school. She's, you know, very developed.
She's about to be in high school.
She's going to 8th grade.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's in 7th right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was in 8th. She was in 8th.
No. Even when she was on
that's the oldest?
My oldest.
Oh.
So she played soccer and flag football for the school, and they thought she was an 8th grader. Until they were giving her, they're like, "You're a 7th grader?" She's like, "Yeah."
Check her ID.
Right? Yeah. So I didn't know if the neighbor was talking about me or my daughter, because
Una espaldonda, yeah.
Somos espaldondas, pues ni modo. It is what it is. I don't get bothered. Like I said, none of her comments bother me. It doesn't. She's not telling me something I don't know. You know.
Has there been like peace or like there's no every day?
Fucking straight up Gaza, bro.
We don't see each other.
Shit, bro.
We don't see each other every day.
Gabriel con Chile.
Bro, neta, dude. Like all this conversation. How long we been talking for?
2 hours,
bro. This shit. It just been like fucking going, because she and I have been talking about this shit for a long ass time, and I know you've only been seeing it like just
sometimes he'd be a dick though, like he
to you,
yeah, like he'll be like, "Well, don't you think you did this?" And like he kind of like,
yeah, bitch, because you be fucking doing some shit like, hey, don't stoop to their level.
I'm like, I'm about to block his ass. Are you with me or against me, motherfucker? I need to know.
You're like my mom, dude. Like my mom sometimes.
You can't be with
me. Loyalty.
Like, yeah, like who's gonna be with you 70% of the time?
Hey, we're gonna go jump the bitch. You in or not?
What she do? That's what, bro.
He's a fucking victim blamer.
Bro, no. I've been at bars where like you never like been feeling out a new friend. You know, there's like when you meet a new dude, like it's usually like you meet a friend. This guy talk, but
I was like,
fucking mansplain to you. Yeah, red pill time. Shh.
This is man talk, but you never met so you never had a friend bring a new dude into like the group just to hang out one night, and they're like, oh, okay, this guy's kind of cool, right? And so there's like a what is it called at work when you're not a full on employee yet? There's like
the grace period or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like
the 90-day
90, yes,
provisional.
You're a temp.
yeah. There's
for
like
now.
They don't know if you're gonna be like a full on fucking employee yet. So there's a provisional period or whatever the fuck, right? So there's like a provisional whenever like there's a new candidate, right? It's like biker games. You're a prospect. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not in the inner circle yet, right? So all right, maybe this guy seems cool. Got potential, right? So one time there's this dude that I met through a friend of a friend. It was a friend of a friend. He brought him out. It was a True North. Okay, we were at True North, and the guy seemed cool. Guy's a barber. He cut my hair a couple times. Like all right, like he seemed kind of pretty cool. And so we're at True North. And this fucking dude, like after he had a couple in him, he was like, "Hey, this fucking dude keeps on looking over at me.
I'm gonna start some shit."
Yes, the
got
guy,
my back.
Yeah, he said that he was like, "Oh, like I might start some shit with them. You got my back." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "What are you talking about, bro?" The guy after he had, after he had a few in him. Like the dude wanted to fight, and he just like, and he was a short guy too. He's like little man complex.
Oh,
and I was just like, dude, I go, what are you talking about? It's like we're having a good time, we're talking shit, we're fucking having drinks, like, and you want to fight? Like, what are you doing, bro?
Some people like tacos. Some people
I've never
like
understood that he was looking at me.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's stupid bullshit, bro. Like little man complex, right? Like Napoleon complex. So I was like, I go. If that guy comes over here and starts shit with you, I got your back. But if you go over there and start shit with him, you're on your own. I see. But like, nah. After that, nah,
didn't
dude.
make the cut.
Of course not, dude. Like, who does that?
Sat him in the office.
See, no mames. Go to HR. I sent his ass to HR. No mames. Who wants that around them? So I don't know, dude. I can't. There's provisional period. No mames.
The only thing I'll do is like if a friend of a friend, and then my friend feels obligated to have his back, it puts me in a tricky situation. It's like I have my friend's back, but I don't have his back.
Yeah,
you know, it's like that's the only time I don't like it. It's like fuck. So, I got my friend's back, but I don't have his back.
That's when you talk to your friend.
I'll let him get knocked, like beat up. But not my boy. I gotta protect my boy. It's tricky. It's tricky.
So that's what I'm saying. Like with you, it's like, hey, because I'm your friend, I need to tell you, like, hey.
Girls have to say, they like if your homegirl was like gonna hook up and her friend's being sloppy. Yeah. Y'all like, bitch, go fuck. I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
But I gotta look out for my girl and shit.
What he's referring to.
Oh, there's a story.
There's a story.
It's just a specific shot.
I mean, you're specifically talking about something that
it was that one time that you were like,
it's like, hey, bitch,
he was like being a cop.
A cock block? Or
no, a cop, like a policia. No, I was like, hey, dude, come on, dude. Like, don't stoop to her level.
You put those sandbags in. I was like, of course I did after she did all this shit that she did in front of
my. He defended her?
Yeah. I was like, of course I did that after.
Nah,
because
it don't matter how.
Because I was like, I've had enough. Like, enough is enough. You know, before she would do shit and I would do nothing. I would continue sweeping and cleaning, right? And then the next day again, fucking everywhere. I'm like, this fucking bitch.
No matter how wrong your friend is, you gotta like defend your friend.
No.
Afterwards, you could be like,
how long have we been? Okay, how long have we been friends
after that, you could be like, hey, you were wrong, but I got your back.
How long have we been friends for?
If shit went down, if shit popped off.
This is sad.
Obviously.
How long have we been friends for?
20 years. Easy.
Probably.
Since 2005.
No, before
almost 20 years?
Oh, man. 2006, he didn't like me too much in 2005.
Because you were friends with one of the trainers at the gym.
I was a minor too.
You were not a minor.
You were not a minor 20 years ago.
I was 18.
You were not a minor. You're fresh out of high school.
I was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I tell you that one time? What did I tell you that one time?
I ain't gonna repeat that shit.
What did you say?
Won't catch a case.
Nah, you won't catch a case. But it's the truth. Like, because you were on some blue pill shit. What did you say, dude? I can't remember what you said.
I don't.
You were saying something about like oh, a 21-year-old girl is too young or some shit.
I didn't know.
Like
No, I don't think
you
that.
said.
I don't think that. I don't think that.
You were saying something, bro. You're pandering. You're on your pander mode.
Yeah, but I don't think I would have said that. 21. I don't think it's too young.
You're saying something
for
like
me maybe, but I don't think it's too young. Like
or 19 or 20 or whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of weird a little bit.
Okay. Where baby was like in the. I can't
remember
on
the age gap. Like I'm talking like from my age. Yeah, 19-year-old. That's crazy. Yeah, that's
okay,
crazy.
so this is what I told, and I told you, I was like, all right, is 18 legal or not? Right? Is that a legal adult or
Doesn't
not?
Doesn't it sound like he's like pulling hairs?
No. This is what
can she or can she not join the military?
Well, no, that's what I told you. What I told you was
if she couldn't fight in our military,
if they're old enough to die for their country, they're old enough to fucking date. Yes or no?
You said that, yeah. You, Gabriel Conchilla, said that.
If they're old enough to die for their country, and vice versa, right? So we have no problem sending men to die, right? Like the selective service is like at 18, what do you got to do? As a U.S. citizen, what do you have to do when you turn 18?
Sign up the thing.
Yeah, you have to sign up for the selective service. So if a war breaks out,
in case,
all men and women?
No, only men.
Only men? Only men? I thought it was women too.
No, dude, it's only men.
Is it now women too? I think now it is.
It's not.
I thought it was.
Only men are required to sign up to die for their country. Women are not.
I don't have any boys.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, see, if you're old enough to die for your country, then I think you should be old enough to drink. Right. I think legal drinking age. Like if the government says you're old enough to die,
you should be able to drink.
You should be all the things. You should be able to rent a car. You should be able to like buy cigarettes or tobacco products. You should be able to drink for sure, and you should be able to fuck where the fuck you want.
Is 21 nationwide or is that state?
I think it's California only, dude. Oh, California gets so hard to defend.
Okay,
sometimes.
so the reason why I've said this before, I went out with my boys, we were at a table, and they invited like this little birthday group of girls at their birthday, and they're 2021. Yeah. And I remember thinking like, holy shit, they're younger than my niece. Yeah. So to me, my niece is a child still. Yeah. So if they're younger than her, to me, I was just like, that's crazy. Yeah. Like they're young. Like
for your personal standards,
that's like cool. If I was looking at like my niece's younger friends, like to me, that's just for me. Like if you don't see it like that, then whatever. But to me, I was just like, nah, that's crazy.
To you, that it's fine. Like there's some people that are like, oh, I'm not gonna date nobody over fucking or under, like for women, for example, right? Like there's some women out here that are, you know, like your age, they're not gonna date anybody younger than them, right? You're not gonna date a 21-year-old guy.
No, but I did date somebody that was like 7 years younger than me.
Damn,
that's not that big of a deal. Nah. But
until you get into the when you graduated high school, and I hate those. I hate those because my wife is 8 years younger than me. Yeah, like don't talk about that. And we'll joke around
like that. 7, damn. Oh, it's actually my wife's 8.
But they do see it different when it's a girl that's older than the guy, than the guy older than the girl.
That's a societal thing, right?
Yeah. Like, you think so?
We all know so. You just don't want to fucking say it out loud in public. But yeah, I mean, I've dated. Okay, I've dated above my age and and under my age, like considerable gaps. And I've dated fucking 40-year-old women that are immature as they fucking come, dude.
They were probably married young.
Excuse me?
They didn't get to experience enough.
But, well, I mean...
That's why I said, when he got married, she was young.
And I think... And that's why I think... She actually got married at the right... My sister was 25 when she got married. And I think that's a good age for a woman to get married. Because... All right, so like...
How old is her husband?
I think he was the same age. I think they're the same age. Or actually, my sister might be like a few months older than him.
Still married?
Yeah, to this day.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, to this day, man. But what I'm saying is that I think that for women, I think it's better that they get married earlier. Because for men, like, we need to build ourselves up, bro. Like men... We don't have a career. Like we can't be the head of a household yet. You know what I mean? Like a man. I think a man
at
should
that
not.
Age.
Well, at any age, right? Like I think a man should be pre-qualified to get married once he's like at a point in his life where he can be the head of a household.
So you think a woman marrying 24, 25, but she has to marry older?
Not necessarily older per se. Like. Your ex, like he seemed to be pretty set. I mean, he came from a good family. Like your ex, he came from a very good family from what I can tell.
He had everything in order.
By his 20s?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
No. He came from a very good family. Like they set him up really well. Like that's one thing that you see from like his family, dude. Like right out of high school, they support him, go straight to college, got his BA, and then they supported him for his master's degree. And then, like he had every opportunity available to him that his family could give him. And he took advantage, right? So he like accelerated his life. You know what I'm saying? To where somebody who doesn't have any help is going to take him a lot longer. He had those advantages and he took advantage of what he had. So he was already like ahead of the game. So by the time he proposed to her, but
everything was very fast too.
Sure.
Because we moved in together after dating for 3 months.
Jesus Christ.
He bought my engagement ring right away and proposed to me when we were dating for 6 months.
3 months moved in, 6 months engaged?
No, but you guys were co-workers for
I'm not judging, I'm just saying.
No, he had a girlfriend.
You guys were co-workers.
When he met you?
Yeah, he had a girlfriend.
He left her for you?
Yeah.
You didn't think that was a red flag?
I didn't know he left.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
You didn't think that was like a red flag?
I knew that you guys were co-workers for a long time because I would go to the gym that you were the manager at, and he thought...
We didn't work together for that long.
I thought y'all were dating for the longest time.
No, I think we dated... We worked together for maybe...
No, she and I?
Yeah. I thought you guys were dating for a while.
No.
Yeah.
I even asked him one day.
We both made a face, no.
I
think I asked him one day, I was like, y'all, that's you? He's like, no, that's my friend. I was like,
I thought you were dating
with the names.
Yeah, no.
The names.
Who cares, dude? It's not anything bad.
He actually hit me up recently. He wanted a membership at the gym, and I said, bro, I'm not there.
I don't work there no more. Yeah.
It's been years.
But when I met you, you annoyed the fuck out of me. I remember. I was like,
what gym did you work at?
24.
Which one?
H Street.
Oh, East H.
Yeah.
So I was over there. I was like the floor supervisor at 24.
Yeah.
Like you were annoying as fuck. Like you're.
And look at us now.
Besties.
Bro, you were annoying as shit.
And now
dude.
I think he's annoying.
Like,
oh, before you got to know me? Yeah.
I didn't get to know you until you started working.
That's all we need is your neighbor to get to know you. You should invite her over and be like, listen.
Comadres. Yeah. They're going to be on the podcast like 2 years from now.
Never.
But from neighbors to friends, from enemies.
Yeah, so you were annoying as fuck. You were like I didn't hate you, but I was like, stuff like mocosa. Like I remember like, so and then you started working there, and that's when we started getting to know each other. And then
he's like, we can be friends.
Once you started working there, and then once I started, dude, because like
so I grew on you.
Well, I started saying like, oh, she's cool, because I saw like the other guys would sexually harass you, like nonstop, dude. Like the sales guys at the gym.
And this is when like sexual harassment was kind of like
chill, like. It was acceptable, bro.
Oh, seen so many things in that gym.
Bro, there's a fucking sales guy there.
Don't name drop.
I not. But there was a guy there. There was an older guy there. He was a couple years older than me. Like he was Italian and Bosnian, bro. He had this heavy ass accent.
I would fuck him.
You would?
Oh yeah.
Or you did?
Bro,
I would.
No, he was married. He was
would
married.
I would have.
This motherfucker. He was European. He was European, like from the Balkans, right? This fucking guy got shot in the head.
Oh shit. Died?
No. He was working at the gym. But this dude, like, he was Italian and Bosnian, like the whole war in the Balkans, like Serbia. So he was in that war when he was in Europe as a young man. And then he made his way out over here. But that guy, he was fucked up in the head, that guy. And this guy, he had a big old dick.
Like,
and how did you
see her face?
How do you know this?
Then I was afraid. I was terrified. Now, like, I would be like, "Daddy, come over here."
Bro, this motherfucker would pull it out. Like we'd be in a sales
in the pants. You could see it in his pants.
Wait. This motherfucker, he would like
I got hot.
Wait, this motherfucker. Because remember a few podcasts ago we were talking about how like people from Mexico are kind of different than us raised in America.
Oh yeah.
Remember we were talking about how like
they're more comfortable with certain things.
They're more comfortable with like nudity and like the way they're raised over there as opposed to here. I mean, I brought up that scene from that movie Y Tu Mamá También.
Yeah.
And there's Gael Garcia Bernal and Diego Luna are butt naked next to a pool, jerking off next to each other.
Yeah. I thought that was weird as fuck. Yeah,
that was a weird scene.
But over there, that's like
that was a weird scene in that movie, and it was funny because like their eyes were closed and they're like jerking off, and like they're like, oh, they're saying the names of girls from their class, and they're just, it was weird. Oh, what about so and so? Oh yeah. What about so and so? Yeah. It was a weird ass for us. But I have homies that went to school in Tijuana and then transferred over here in high school, and they're kind of like that. I was like, oh,
little jerk circles.
Well, nah, they fucking pull their dick out like it was nothing.
Like it's whatever, yeah.
And they would laugh.
My cousins in Mexico do shit like that.
Yeah, it was like weird shit. It's like, wait.
In the morning, they would wake up real quick. They would wake up in the morning with their wood, and he's all, "La quieres o se la doy el perro?" And I'm like, bro, I'm not used to shit like that, bro.
Yeah, so anyway.
And to them, it's like, oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, it's funny. So that's what this fucking dude was like at work. And dude, this guy was famous. This guy was famous, dude, because I had heard a story about him because...
but nobody would complain.
No, because again, sexual harassment was chill back then. In the 2000s, a toda madre. So
I don't think we mind though. Like we had those female trainers. You know who I'm talking about. That they were out there también.
Did he fuck any of these girls? Though?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, bro. At that gym, at that Bonita 24-hour, bro, people were fucking each other like crazy, bro. Like it was nuts. Like
in the
members,
break room?
Yes, dude, members, trainers on trainers, salespeople. Like it was, bro.
Like big old orgy?
You would bring condoms to work, like. I'm not even exaggerating, bro. Like people would be fucking, bro.
You didn't fuck the fucking
clients, like trainers fucking their clients. Like it was nuts. Yeah, like I'd be hearing like what you fucked who? Like when? Where? It's like one late night I was here working out after my shift, and this person came in to do cardio, and then we
the steam room.
So anyway, so this dude, he was like
the good old days.
He was like Italian and Bosnian, right? And this fucking dude.
His accent, though. Oh.
You liked it?
Yes.
That was kind of weird.
I loved it.
Missed your window, Vivi.
So I did.
Yeah, his accent was a very heavy, like Eastern European accent. Anyways, so we be like doing sales.
He
meeting,
did
right?
have fucked up teeth though.
Bad teeth, like corroded.
Oh,
So-
like
They were fucked up.
Yeah, they were super fucked up.
Probably put a bag over his head.
See, wait.
but
So-
talk.
Yeah.
Well, it was crazy because this guy was like older than older. He was like grays.
He had grays,
was getting grays, and he was already fucked up teeth. You know what I mean? And he kind of had like his like hip or something was messed up, so he kind of limped sometimes. Like you big old cokehead.
Oh,
Like I'd be taking a dump in the fucking bathroom, and I recognized him because it was his shoes, and he'd fucking walk into the stall next to me, and I'd see his shoes walk up, and then I just hear him. He would not take a piss. I wouldn't hear anything happen.
this is before it was popular.
Turn around and walk back out. I'm like, this motherfucker. He was just always coked out. Anyways, we'd have like meetings, like team meetings or whatever at the gym.
You want to see a picture of him?
No.
You have a picture of him?
No, his Instagram.
You
No, his he has me on his Facebook.
Okay.
and you still haven't fucked him. That's crazy.
he's married.
Okay. Oh, he does look like.
So this fucking
You would have
dude-
fucked him, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, espera. So this fucking dude. Yeah, what does he look like now? Oh yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. So this fucking dude.
He worked out. Like he was in shape.
It was okay shape. Yeah. So this fucking dude, we be like all the sales guys. We'd all be in the
She got all worse.
in the manager's office, small office. You know what I mean? Like smaller than this room. And we were all sitting there, and then whoever, like, you always had to watch out where this guy was standing, because if you were sitting down next to where he was standing,
He would get close.
at some point, yes, dude. And it was like the funniest thing to him. So you'd be like,
And he'd be like the
bro. So wait, so this fucking dude, like you'd be like this manager would be talking, and everybody would be sitting or standing around, and if you were unlucky enough to this particular man, he would come up on you, like real close to you, quietly pull his fucking fly down, and then flop his flopper out. And have it like hanging right next to your face.
He wouldn't do that when
Bro.
the girls were around.
No.
obviously. This is
only
all
guys.
guys.
Yeah, like entre hombres. But that fool would pull a fucking flopper, bro. He pull out his fucking flopper, like just hanging right there. And you be paying attention. And then he'd just be like, Gabriel. And you turn around. Oh, motherfucker! Like, but he would do it. Alex, he would do it to so many fucking dudes. And it was funny because he would do it. Everybody knew he was gonna do it. Like, he would do it to new guys. He would like
Nobody complained.
never.
This is back when SA was
when
whatever.
this guy was
This is like 2005, 2006.
yeah, like this
the
2000s, bro.
good days.
Bro, this guy one time I wasn't working at that location at that time, but I heard a story when he was the fitness manager. There's this girl, bro. Oof, baddie. Baddie. She was a trainer, and she would do like competitions, like, you know what I mean, all, and she was known. This girl was known for like the ass, bro. She had ass, she had legs, and she'd be wearing the booty shorts at the gym, work out, like, you know, like flaunting it. Everybody fucking looking at it, right? But everybody wanted to know what it looked like, right? They wanted to know, and she was the fitness manager at the time. She went to ask him for some days off. She's like, hey, I need like a couple days off next week. She goes, hey, like, manager guy, I need this day, like 3 or 4 days off next week. You know, can I get them off? And he, without skipping a beat, that motherfucker turns around and he goes like, show me dumper. I give you 1 week.
Did she do it?
No.
Oh.
But she complained to HR. By the time we're done with this last one, we're good.
We've talked about all kinds of things.
I know.
It jumps from one thing to another, continues.
This one's
over
actually
here.
been pretty consistent compared to sometimes when he's come.
When what?
Like, this one's been consistent, like the whole neighbors and shit.
Oh, yeah. We don't jump around too much.
But normally it's like all over the place.
Really?
With me? Or
With
just
with anybody?
anybody?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm here for business.
There is a reason why you came on. Yeah, but I remember you asked me when I said, hey, when you had asked me to come on And I was like, oh, I'm with Vivi. It was that time that we bumped into your brother before at the
at the taco place,
at the taco spot.
Yeah, they also asked.
Like a week
my brother's girlfriend also asked my brother
a week before he got
we
caught
were
up.
dating. And my brother's like,
because that's her best friend. Yeah, like yes, they assume that about.
Honestly, like there's times where we don't talk to each other, see each other for months.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah.
It could be a whole year, 2 years, and we just don't hang out.
Like, and then she'll come to the house and like she like says hi to my mom. Like my mom, oh, let me come out. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, it's crazy. We were only each other like 20 years.
In 10 years, y'all be married. He's like hard pass.
Speaking it into existence, por favor.
He calls the cops a lot.
Yeah,
I'm a Karen.
He doesn't have your back.
He doesn't have my back.
Imagine how infuriating that would be if he was your man and he's like, but what did you do? Instead of just being
what
like,
about, hey, you're still the bratty little sister because of the way I talk to you. Tell this fool how I checked you when the one time you were complaining about your now ex-husband. I fucking, dude, I was like, no, this motherfucker, no. He's doing everything right. I go, when they were first dating, you know what I mean? Like when they're, hey, ¿sabes qué? Like,
okay, but
compared to fucking dudes nowadays, I go, look, he's doing it right. Like, dude, he was fucking paying for her mom to go to Hawaii with them, like go to Catalina Island.
That's just like sometimes as men, we defend men.
Well,
but you can't also buy my, like, you can't buy me.
He was going above and beyond. Like, he was a good
financially
guy.
Or just in general?
Well, I go, lo estás haciendo bien. Put a ring on your finger. Te compró casa. Like, you know, se casó.
But the Hawaii thing was already after.
Sure. But what I'm saying, I'm
everything.
Like, this, he's fucking doing way more than dudes typically do nowadays.
You weren't even concerned about her mental health.
Stop instigating.
Those are facts, though. It's true.
But what I'm saying is
at the end of the day, only him and I know what would happen behind closed doors.
Sure.
You know, and he did a very good job of putting himself out there as a different person to what was going on at home.
And I acknowledge that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I remember that specifically at that time, I was just like, hey, I go, he's not that bad. Like, considering, you know, like, nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's what I say. Like, or at least my mentality when I meet someone. Like, sure, I have my ideal woman, right? Like, if there is like a store called Build a Bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is why he's still single,
right?
Build a bitch.
Build a bitch, yeah.
It's a joke, guys.
I know. I get
pretend.
I've used that term before for people like the
pretend like it's the 2000s.
Like,
sure, yeah.
She went to Build a Bitch.
Yeah, like pretend it's like the 2000s and everything's still chill. Okay, pretend like it was still chill to pull your dick out and be like, "Hey, Gabriel," like. Fucking.
He used to say "Les asige."
Oh,
Les asige.
Or he'd go, "How's dick, huh?" Like,
but how did you know he had a fatty?
Because he pulled it out.
Because he used to sit like this, and he would wear like some slacks, and you know they're kind of thin.
Yeah,
dude.
And you could see his like where
he'd grab it. He'd fucking grab it.
He'd fucking grab it, and that shit was
on soft too, huh?
Yeah.
He'd fucking grab it. Yeah, like fucking. You know, he'd fucking grab. He just again like that different mentality. You know what I mean? Like he just like Mexican dudes. Like you know what I mean? Like just like your cousins that are like, hey, chill, fool. Like. He was just on another level, bro, that we were not at. And so that's what fucking made it so.
Back then, I was a little afraid of him. I'm not going to lie. I was 18. So I was like,
But hella dudes, fuck. Dudes that work there, members, like, dude, everybody fucking was hitting you up. Everybody.
Were you a little hottie?
I don't think so.
Oh.
She was skinny with big titties. Yeah, okay. She was, estaba bien flaquita, like popote, flaquita, like no ass, just a skinny body.
Like a pea.
And just yeah. So everybody, you know, she was the front desk girl. So
this is before booty became a thing.
Yeah.
Back then, like titties was king.
Back then, it was just
had like a small
ass. And I wasn't
ass.
like creída about it. Like I wasn't like, oh, my tits are huge. Like I didn't carry myself.
You're
like
young
that.
and bubbly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was very bubbly, very like.
I was
innocent,
your wing woman
like
at the bars. I would bring in the girls.
Sometimes,
yeah.
Sometimes
because they were like,
hater.
dang, those tits. Shut.
Sometimes you're a cock block.
Liar.
Sometimes te ponías celosa.
I don't think jealous. Just
You're
because
like, no,
he says,
no me gusta para ti.
Yeah, he
and
says
I'm like,
I said that one time, and I don't remember.
You've said that before.
But
maybe it's something about it.
But look,
And
you guys
were
are not
already
together.
with your now ex-husband. I remember.
People are gonna think
You-
we had a
you didn't like her.
thing
You
that
didn't
we
like
liked
her.
each other, and it's not even like that.
I know they're gonna think like, oh,
Right?
the chemistry's there.
She didn't get him, and now she wants him.
She left her man.
She left her man for him.
But yeah, so that particular guy.
Oh, hold on. Before you get, were you the side piece at one point with your man, with your ex? Because you had a girl when
No.
you met him. No, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a new wrinkle I didn't know.
He had
I
a
thought-
girlfriend.
Well,
Was she cute?
Yeah.
No,
Oh. So you leveled up.
she era una morenita,
Okay.
pero estaba gordita.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it worked out for him. I don't know how he ended up with me because he likes big asses. I kid you not.
He's like,
I mean,
big
his new
old
girlfriend
jugs.
doesn't have a big ass either.
Ay. Okay. So
I'm just saying it might
Is
be
she
a
nice?
trend.
She might be a nice person.
I
right?
don't know. She's actually one
She
of the
tries to-
moms on the soccer team.
You haven't met her?
bro, she's tried to
Wait.
fucking meet her so many times and she don't want to.
Oh, you don't
She's
want
like-
to.
Yeah.
He
she's
called
just
me
like,
one day and he
Hold
said,
on, but your daughters and her daughters.
that's how they met.
They,
Oh.
The daughter, my ex-husband's
Coaches
the
the
coach.
team.
Oh, okay.
He's the coach, and both of my daughters play in the same team.
Were y'all still together when they met?
No.
Okay, because imagine she's like, coach,
No, but
big arms. Coach.
it's just weird. Like, you guys have been dating for over a year, and I've known, and she's been around my kids, and she spent the night, and now you want to introduce her to me?
That's
I'm
how it
not
works.
interested anymore.
That's you got to make sure she's the right one.
Yeah.
She's been around my kids for way too long for you to want to introduce her to me
that's
now.
different with you though.
No, I just don't care to meet her.
No.
At this point, I don't care.
Oh.
I did draw the line one day and I said, she has no right to not punish my kids,
Discipline.
but to say anything to my kids that she shouldn't. If my kids are doing something that's not okay, you're their father.
That's true.
You say something. And when I brought it up to him and I said something, he said, well, she wasn't out of pocket. I was sitting next to her. And I said, even better, you should have said something because you were sitting next to her. She shouldn't be telling my kids, because I wouldn't go and tell somebody else's kids, like, don't be doing that. Or this is what pissed me off. Knock it off. Why knock it off with the hand and everything?
Yeah. I'm just.
You don't have kids.
I don't.
And you're not separated, so you wouldn't understand. But I wouldn't want...
I feel like she's told you that
Neither
before.
would
If my...
That's what all parents tell people who don't have kids.
Yeah.
You don't have kids, you never understand. I'm like,
Facts, because my sister doesn't have kids either, and she tries to tell me how to parent my children. How are you gonna tell me when you're not a parent yourself? You don't deal with this shit on the daily.
Yeah, like nobody who doesn't have kids doesn't know shit about shit. So that's, you know what I mean? Like,
I didn't say that.
It was insinuated.
My whole thing
I'm
was,
instigating.
it's been a year. Why now? After I've heard things that she's said to my kids, and my kids come home and complain about it. Like, why do you want me
What's
to
the
meet
correct
her now?
amount of time to wait before you introduce?
Well, if she's spending the night with my kids at home,
Okay.
introduce
So it's not
me.
an amount of time. It's a certain event.
Boundaries.
It's,
Yeah.
it's an
Yeah.
event based.
Yeah.
And so for you, did he know that for you that was like the limit?
No.
I like how Gabriel was. He's gonna defend men.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to defend whoever's like, all right,
Men.
like communication. I'm defending communication is what I'm defending. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, did you communicate that ahead of time? Because did he know that was your boundary?
Well, he had been dating other women, and I knew about that too.
Yeah. But like,
And I'm like, good.
and he
be
wasn't
happy.
introducing you to them or felt
No.
that. Why? Because it wasn't serious enough to where he was like, it didn't get to that
I
level.
don't know.
To you, the limit might be some, like the threshold might be here, but for him, that might, you know what I mean?
It
Like,
was
that's
his angle towards the kids.
That's a communication
that bothered
thing.
me. It was the angle. The do you want so and so to come over so you can play with her? Okay. Mommy stays in the couch all day with dad. That's weird. That is weird.
I don't know anything about that.
She has kids.
She has one daughter.
Oh. Nah, she got
Wait,
three
so
more now.
when she comes over to the house with her daughter, she brings her daughter, yes?
Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't.
Oh, she's in the same situation so she has like a custody thing with her baby daddy.
I think she was a side piece.
To somebody.
Yeah, because my daughters told me that she has a younger sister and an older sister from the same mom. That means that her daughter's the middle child.
Oh.
Do you get it?
So she has an older sister and a younger sister who have the same mom.
No, same father.
Same father.
Over here.
Yeah.
And then the same father is the same father as the middle child from over here. Like the only child.
I'm so confused already.
That girl's kid is the only child, but she has two siblings.
One's
from
older,
the
one's
same
younger.
family.
Same father.
Okay, so they're not her children.
No.
So that father has kids with other women.
With one more woman.
One more.
And she has a older and a younger.
Oh, okay. So
she's the middle. So in between two.
Something's just weird, but that didn't matter to me.
So she has three.
So she might no.
She has one daughter.
She has one.
He has three.
The dad has three.
So the dad.
But hers is the middle.
Had a baby with
messy.
one woman. And then honestly, had a baby with this other woman.
Yeah, none of that matters.
And then had one more baby with the same woman that he had the first one
with.
Okay.
So there either was a gap.
I'm up to speed.
Yeah.
Or a slip up.
Yeah. But to me, when I found that out, I was like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't care.
Just don't tell my neighbor.
Just don't tell my neighbor.
Don't tell my neighbor.
Bro,
she think we're running a brothel.
What if your neighbor finds this podcast?
So check this out. I go to some of my daughter's soccer games. And I'll sit over here. And she sits way over there. And that's okay. We don't have to sit next to each other.
She knows who you are, though.
Yeah, she knows who I am. I know who she is.
I know who she is.
There was no need.
But she won't come up to you and say what's up?
No. There's no need for an introduction. I really don't care. He can date whoever he wants. He can get married again. And I believe he's probably going to end up marrying her. Because that's how he moves. Like, he just sticks to
All right, my man just catch you strays now.
I mean... As long as he's happy, like he's good for him. As long as he's happy. Listen, if he's happy, he's not bothering.
She's like, it's a year. They're not living together. I don't know. It's kind of slow.
Bro, that's funny because
he's taking his time.
He learned his lesson.
I have a homeboy. It's funny because I have a homeboy that so he has full custody of his kids. The mother of his children, like she owes him back child support. Like he took her to court for full custody. He won full custody. She's like quote unquote deadbeat mom according to him, right? And it's funny because he says like, dude, she owes me. He sent me a screenshot of the back child support that she owes him for the kids, and then he goes, and I told him, I go, oh, I'm still friends with her on IG, and he's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, like whatever, like he, because I knew them both before they started having kids together, and she went to Chile, and so now...
A little Easter egg.
Nah, no.
I know.
I'm curious.
Yeah. And
piqued my interest.
And like, because I never talked to her when she was at Chile. I didn't talk to her until when I was working at Wild Woodley's right up the street. Right? So she was a regular at Wild Woodley's.
Of course.
Like party girl. You know what I mean? She was always out. Like, and so when they like started having kids, I was like, oh, all right, like, okay, like, just kind of like party girl, and you are not. Like, he parties, but not like that. I was like, huh, okay. And then he had another kid with her, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. Like, it was just weird to me. I was like, all right, fuck. So, fast forward, they ended up separating. She, owes him child support. And he goes, he's like, and I go, hey, dude, she's like seeing some dude. He's like, yeah, dude, like, she's like fucking living like she don't got, she don't got kids. And then that's when he mentioned that she owes him like back child support, and he sent me the screenshot. I was like, oh shit, this is
rare dub for me.
This is, well, it's not a dub, bro. It's like,
no, that he got custody.
Well, yes, but also like you have to be way out of pocket to win custody.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's a rare dub for men.
Like, holy shit. Like, so he, so I was like, like, because he has no connection to her social media at all. I still do, because I've known her but I was like, damn, I see her like living her best life with this new dude, and he knows that she's with like a new dude, and I was like, fuck. And then, I tried to tiptoe around it, but he was like, one day he was like, nah, dude, I hope it goes good. I hope fucking she does well, blah, blah. But he had like, I didn't see this coming. He goes, Because if they get married, he's on the hook for that child support.
That's true.
Dang.
I was like, damn, that's diabolical, bro. I go, damn. He's like, yeah. He's like, if they get married, now like her debt is his debt. And so now he's got to fucking pay for my child support.
My boy hasn't got married because of that reason.
What?
He has not no more. The girl's of age now, but he would not marry his girlfriend because he knew that the baby mama would go after his girlfriend's income, and she makes good money.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they just never got married.
She was cool with it.
Yeah. She knew. She knew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, that's an angle right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's a life hack.
Life hack to not get married?
Yeah. It's a life hack.
That's funny.
So as it stands right now, you think that they're gonna get married because that's how he moves.
She cute? Is this one? She must be nice. She must cook well. Are you a cooker? Did you cook? No.
Yeah, I cook. I'm just laughing because my posts and stuff, when I post food and stuff, people are always like, you cook? I'm like, how do you think my kids are still alive?
They're like,
Maruchan?
Why didn't you work out?
My kids are spoiled. They want lunch like made from home every day.
Oh, for real?
My kids take lunch every day. I pack them their lunch every morning.
Damn, look at that. You turned off your mic. You turned off the mic. Oh, no. I don't even know when you did that.
Damn.
Well,
I'm just like fucking. So, the lady or the cop told me that he has seen some very specific restraining orders, like very, like oddly specific restraining. I was like, oh, okay. So if I wanted to get one, like, hey, like your dogs and your parties can't be going from this hour to this hour on on these days of the week, that you can do that. I was like, huh. So,
but for her, she's way too close. Like, what she didn't say? I don't want her walking on my side of the.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know that. So, for her, it could be like, hey, the restraining order is stop fucking trampling her plants. Stop dragging dirt from, like, cause that's where she gets the dirt from.
I don't know.
What I mean?
I think that's too detailed.
According to what the cops told me when
you could always ask.
Yeah, but cops are not judges.
Sure. But again,
and there's been a lot of times where cops will tell you one thing, you go to a courthouse and they're like,
I'm
no.
only going off of what they told me, right? Like I haven't like gone through with it. I did go down to the courthouse to
sounds
pick
like an
up
urban legend.
I know, like drug stuffed hose. I know that's a reference you don't get. But it's like an inside joke from like 3-4 episodes ago.
Okay.
But no. So I went down to the court. I just picked up the information. Right. Like I was like, hey, like I explained to the people. So I said, hey, I'm considering putting a restraining order on somebody, on my neighbors. I'm not sure if I want to go through with it. I'm here for information. And they gave me the packet.
Let me ask my mom's friend, because she had like a doggy thing at her house. And they pretty much told her she had to get rid of most of the dogs because the neighbors were all complaining about the barking. And I don't know. It was
multiple neighbors, not just one single one.
But I don't know
where. You need multiple.
I don't know where that came from as far as like what were the steps.
You should tell your neighbors to at least give you an email.
So I went online and I looked up animal control, and there's a process, but eventually if they are defiant like they've been, I need other people to get involved. And that's where the issue comes up because the neighbors on all sides all have dogs. So it's like if they have barking dogs, like today it's them, but tomorrow it could be them, right? So, and again, like I told you, like I went over to the neighbor on the other side and he was like, yeah, they fucking annoy the shit out of me, man. Fuck those dogs. They don't let me sleep. But when I say, hey, man, we can do something about it, it's like, I don't want no problems. Like nobody wants to do nothing. So that's where I'm at.
Is this the guy that had been like incarcerated?
That's the new neighbor that lives on the other side of those annoying ones with the dogs. So I talked to him about it. He is annoyed. He's annoyed by the dogs. Like from our conversation, as per our conversation, he's like, yeah, dude, fuck those dogs. But when I say, hey man, let's do something about it. Let's team up. He's like, oh, I don't want no problems. And he don't, and you know, and that's where it ends. I was like, oh, come on, dude. Like, we can do something about it, but you don't want to ruffle feathers. It's like, bro, you're gonna ruffle feathers.
For him, it's not that big of a deal.
Well, that's why I'm saying, yes. Like for him, he has.
It's not that.
They have made the decision.
It's not bothering him as much as it's bothering you.
Yeah, they've made the decision that they would rather put up with nonstop barking 24 hours a day than to get some neighbor to be mad at them. Mm-hmm. So they've made the decision. I've made the decision. Like, fuck them. I need to sleep. Like, I need to be able to.
Have you tried like earplugs?
Fuck that. I shouldn't have to live inside of my house.
I'd be drugging myself up every night. I'm going to sleep.
Wait, no, I've worn, like I've watched TV and movies with noise canceling headphones. And then one day I was like, dude, why am I doing this? I should be able to watch the TV like normal without putting on noise canceling head. You know what I mean? Like, it's all these compromises that I'm making. Like, what about when I read? Like when I read, I'm like, fuck, man, like I fucking hate that the neighbor's dogs like start barking when I'm, you know what I mean? Like, it's just distracting. I gotta stop. It's just, I started noticing
the ocean background.
Yeah. Well, I started noticing that I was just like, dude, I keep on getting interrupted by people's dogs, and I go, fuck, this is not necessary. I should be able to enjoy my home, especially if I'm inside of my house with all the windows and doors closed. Like, I should be able to enjoy the inside.
There's gonna be somebody out there that says, "Get those double pane windows."
Yeah. There's always somebody. Yeah. It's so stupid, dude. Like,
yeah.
I actually had the lady across the street told me that with the blinds. If we go out, we walk out our front porch, like the fucking lights are pointed right at our house, like they blind us. Can you, instead of pointing them out, can you point them down? Así es su yarda. Así para abajo, así a su yarda. And the lady, her immediate reaction was like, oh, que no tienen buenas persianas?
But see, my reaction would have been, I would have gotten some lights myself and pointed them back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah.
She's ought to throw in some sandbags.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Luckily, her son was listening the entire time. He was out there with her. So while she was arguing with me about, oh, you should get better blinds, her son, without saying anything, went over to the lights and started like moving them around. She's like, and she goes, I don't even think they're adjustable. She started putting up all these excuses. The entire time that I'm having this debate with the lady, the son is like going up. He gets like a little box and he stands on it and he's like moving and he points him down. And then I look over at the son and he did it. He's pointing them down, dude. And he goes, oh yeah, es lo más que se puedan bajar. And I go, creo que está bien. Gracias. And I fucking walk back across the street.
I bet you they have a group chat where they all complain about you.
Probably.
Like, hey, como chinga el pinche flaquillo.
I know. Like, it's crazy, dude. Like,
did he harass you at Walmart too? Damn, me too.
At least I don't have that problem.
It's crazy that I'm the asshole, but we don't do to them what they do to us.
Nah, she would.
I would.
You would what?
I would do it back.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't. Like, but we don't. Like, again, like we don't have loud ass. We've had a dog. Remember my dog? Yeah. But you know, it's like yo, like we don't do that shit to you guys. Like.
But maybe that's what they need. They need a little bit of their own taste of their own medicine. Maybe. And then they'd be like, damn, that is annoying.
I don't think they'll see it that way.
Oh, thank you for lighting up the, you know.
They're like, oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
hay alguien más que le importa.
Yeah, right? Like, they're going to see like, oh, he's a fucking dickhead for fucking shining his lights at us. Mind you, they've been doing it for how long? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, fuck that guy for playing the speakers of dogs barking nonstop.
How about you release some rats into their property?
You can't control rats.
They're going to be in his place.
They're going to come back, bro. We got better food. What the matter? All right.
It's like my neighbor. She bought a camera. Finally, she bought her own Ring camera after like
and you welcomed her to the Ring community?
Yeah.
I wonder what she does with the footage.
Honestly, she just sees me get home and leave. Like,
she's like, how do I tell her I love her?
Como dijo el Jonah.
But she does pretend like she's on her cell phone a lot when she wants to talk shit about me. She goes out and she'll be like, pásame el teléfono para que se vea en la cámara que estoy hablando con alguien.
So she said that. So it's not directly about
she'll be
you.
like, sí. Like,
La albóndiga con patas.
So I recently met a neighbor that lives there. He actually lives downstairs behind her. And he used to live there with the girl, but the girl hasn't been there in a long time. I think they're military, so she might be gone for right now. I don't know. I just met the guy like, hi, and that was pretty much it. And he got home one day, and I was sitting in my car. I usually go home, and I'll sit in my car for like an hour. I don't want to get off. I've been walking a lot. I just sit there, I chill. And I was getting off, and then he got there, and he was getting off too. And I could tell he looked over in my car, wondering why the fuck was I parked the way I was parked, because my car was halfway out. And I could tell he looked, and I looked at him, and I was like, I do know how to park, just so you know. And he goes, what? And I was like, I saw you looking at my car. I do know how to park. And the guy starts laughing. He's like, I figured you'd park like that for a reason. And I was like, yeah, this bitch fucking parks really close to me, and sometimes it's hard for me to get in. And he's like, all right. He's like, I figured there was something going on. And that was the end of that conversation. All right, we'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye. That was it. The next day, she comes out and she goes, she's been stalking the guy in the black Dodge for 10 months. And I'm
as she walks outside, dude.
As she's walking outside.
You can talk, if she had to say that to somebody on the phone, you could have said qué casualidad que exactamente cuando sales,
and she's watching.
And the next
day, the most passive aggressive bullshit.
Yeah. The other day I got home late with my girls, and all of a sudden I see her light turn on from her camera in the patio, right? And she's watching me.
You had this in your story.
Yeah. I was sitting out there for 15 minutes eating chips and Oreos with my daughter. My little one always sticks around with me like she's my ride or die. When it comes to shit like that, she's like, I'll join you. What are we doing, Mom? And she's looking at the camera, and I'm like, we're just eating chips. 15 minutes. And I was like, a ver quién puede más. Se va a cansar ella. Like, she's going to get tired of watching me, And she did after 15 minutes.
Oh, she turned it off?
Yeah.
She got her nut off.
Because then the neighbor that lives behind me was walking and saw me, and he started talking to me. And then we started talking about soccer, because I had just been to a soccer match, a kids' soccer match. And then he's like, what are you guys doing? I was like, oh, we're just eating chips. We just came from a soccer match. And we started talking, and he goes, oh, I want to put my kids in soccer, but I don't know where to go. So we were having a small conversation. And this entire time, this bitch is watching us, and she's listening because those cameras have audio. And I'm like, Pinchy, like, ugh, I can't even have a conversation with someone because you're there. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you're always watching me.
Big brother.
And the videos that I have of her, I'm not sitting there watching her. I see them later. I'm at work. When I'm at work, there's no way I can stop in the middle of taking someone's order. I'm a waitress. There's no way, right?
She's wait,
hold on. My camera just went off. So I see these like later in the day, and I'm like, this dumb bitch. Like, when she sits there and talks about me, like, she's been stalking this guy. Like, ugh, the hell? You're so annoying. Stalker. So then I told my mom the other day, I was like, Mom, if I wanted to fuck these men, I would have already done that. And my mom's like, estás reservada for somebody.
Female privilege.
And I'm like, no, but for real, I told her, I'm not like that. Like, I'm not one that goes and sleeps around. Like, I'm not like that. I'm always at home by myself. So when she talks about all these men, I'm like, where are they? I want to see them. Like
I wish I had game like that.
Did I miss something? Like, did I miss something? Are they going to the wrong apartment? Like, who are these men?
She's delusional.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird all the shit that she says. That's the thing is like, and that's only the things that you've been able to record and upload. I can imagine it's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And so it's weird that she says all these random things. Piruja, que you're bringing guys and you're like fucking on your daughter's bed.
So I had a friend visit me.
Weirdly specific things.
I had a friend visit me who I hadn't seen in years, right? And he was in San Diego, and he stopped by my house real fast, and my daughter was there. Mila was there because she you can leave her name, that's fine. She called me from the school, and she's like, Mom, can you pick me up? I was like, why? She's like, I don't feel good, which I was like, bullshit. But okay, I'll go pick you up. Where do you want to go? And so I picked her up. We went home, and then he was hanging out with us. Tell me why this lady started playing Doctor Psiquiatra by Gloria Trevi.
What?
And I'm like, what in the world? Like, this lady literally paused her day to play that the minute she saw me. Like, it literally started when I was walking out. And
just
I was like,
know.
So that I would know, like, she thinks that me and my daughter are fucking this guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's that, fuck? Yeah, she's crazy, that crazy. Bro. She's that crazy. I don't know that story. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, she's that. Obviously, I can't.
You probably give her like the little bit of excitement in her life.
Yeah,
I've thought about that too. That I'm probably the highlight of her day. You know,
you give her something to do, like a hobby.
Yeah.
To like make your
for
life
both
miserable.
her and her daughter, because she is always at home. Like, she never really comes out, and when she does, she leaves to work, and then she comes home very late. Like, she leaves at she's literally stepping on my toes. I leave at 7:40. Do you know what she
does for a living?
No, she leaves like 7:45, 7:42, like right after me, and she doesn't get home till like 10 o'clock at night, 10:30.
Damn.
So I'm like, ay, pobrecita, trabaja mucho.
You're over here feeling bad for her.
Yeah. I don't know where she works.
Remember, you had a follower on TikTok send you a picture of her eating
at a restaurant?
At a restaurant in Eastlake?
No shit.
Yeah. Somebody said, "Is this your neighbor?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh my gosh, she's in Eastlake eating at the sushi place." And they sent me a picture of her.
That's creepy, bro.
Yeah. People recognize her.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Fama así de que they happened to be in Eastlake at the same place, and she just happened to have followed you from seeing, and then she's
this
like,
is a customer.
What if it's her daughter?
She's a customer of mine.
A picture of her mom, and then, okay, never mind.
No, this was a customer of mine, and she happened to see her, and she follows me on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy. Yeah. Internet's a scary
crazy.
Place.
Yeah, she fucking zoomed in and took a picture of the chick, of the lady,
with her
and then
daughter.
sent it to her.
Yeah.
And was like, "Is this your neighbor?"
And I was like, "Dang, I hope she's nice to the waitress."
Fuck, dude. Back to what I said at the top. It was San Diego, especially Chula Vista, the biggest small town in the world.
So the neighbors that I have that live above us, but on the other side.
Above you?
It's a couple. No, it's a gay couple. These two
behind women. You guys.
No, right next to me, but on the apartment. So there's it's 4 apartments here and 4 apartments here. Yeah, they live like on the second block, pretty much upstairs. And they're like, dude, we seen her take out the trash at night. She's fucking weird. They're like, she saw us the other day that she didn't know we were in the balcony, and we looked at her, and all of a sudden she got out of the grass and started walking through the pavement. And I was like, she steps all over the plants. They're like, yeah, we were like, what the fuck is she doing?
That's creepy.
Like, they seen her. There's people
Have you
who
ever
live
seen her eyes?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what if she's always like with her hair?
Nah, if I have shit to talk to you, I'm gonna talk to you straight directly to you. Yeah, I feel like if I'm gonna say something to you, I'm fucking looking at you because I mean everything. She won't
look at you. She will like.
No, it's her. Her interactions with me are so fast and so like. She always either has her sunglasses on or she looks away. The only time she looked at me in the eyes was when she was like, "Fuck you, you stupid bitch, and your stupid kids." That's the only time she looked at me in the face. And then she stood by her door and she's like, "I'm right here." And I was like, "So what? I'm right here." She's like, "So what? I'm right here." I was like, "And I'm right here and I'm still going to be here. So what?" She just got in. I was like, "Yeah, go inside your fucking door. Go fucking call the cops like you always do with your little makeup stories."
Damn, that bitch is crazy.
And then at the end, I was like, "Get some fucking dick."
How long has she been there?
She bought her place in 2000 and I'm gonna say 2015, 2016.
So your mom dealt with her for a little bit?
No, so my mom lived with me.
Oh.
My mom lived with me until I was divorcing. Like, my mom moved out 6 months before I split with the father. And by then, I was already sleeping in another room, which is weird how my mom never caught on to that. I'd be like, "Me quedé dormida."
Oh, she didn't know?
No.
Según.
But my mom wasn't one that was okay with it either, with me divorcing.
Oh, she wanted you to stay?
Yeah. It took a while for my family to have my back because I protected my ex-husband so much. I didn't want them to know all the details because I felt like he's always going to be there. He's always going to be around. He's always going to be their father.
She's talking about you, bro.
Oh, I was gonna be their father.
You're their tío.
Tío Guapo in the house.
El tío guapo.
Oh, I miss when your daughter used to call me that.
They used to call him that. Tío
No, el tío enfadoso.
But baby daddy didn't like you.
He never liked me.
He never liked you because he thought that we had a thing.
Well, because
everybody thinks that.
I know.
I did a poll.
Everybody. She said, "Go what?" No.
I'm sorry, what?
No. Well, I mean,
I need to see who voted.
She's the FBI.
Right.
Subpoena. So
I know this person. I know.
Well,
this
I mean,
person.
that's what I was saying earlier. Was that so you guys used to work together at the same gym, and I didn't work there. I quit. I started, but I still work out. So I'd go to the gym, and I'd go say what's up to her before I'd go work out.
Let me close it out, and then we'll just chit chat.
Okay. All right. Are we done? We're done.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me just close it out. Appreciate you, Vivi. Gabriel con Chile. What's the Instagram so they can see the stocking story?
My crazy neighbor, I-105.
That's the apartment number. Appreciate it. Till next time.
Gabriel con Chile. Damn, don't even ask me.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you notice how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we